minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Hey, good evening, lovely people. It's Friday, the 8th of October, and it's Friday night. You know what that means. As Conroy says, it's Kopish Fridays, and we are back with another rival watching Kopish Kall-in. My name is Callum, man like Matt Drifty, Team Kopish. First and foremost, entry into the show is free. All we ask is a like, and if you're new, to subscribe to the channel. And yeah, just rock with us for the next couple of hours where you guys will get to call in, have your say. So we're going to do things slightly different tonight. What we're going to do is, instead of you guys coming on and just say like you having to have a question or two prepared for us, you've got 2 minutes. You can come on and you can either ask us a question or you can just talk about what you want to talk about for 2 minutes. Completely up to you.
What's on your mind?
For the first 10-15 minutes, we're going to talk about obviously stuff that's happening at the moment, such as, you know, the takeover in Newcastle. But also we want to celebrate Klopp's 6 years of him being a Liverpool manager as well. So we're going to do that.
Yay.
As always, guys, you know how it goes. When you get on the call with us, you've got 2 minutes. If you go over your 2 minutes, you usually get greeted with a video of some sort of a meme. Tonight, this is your video.
Shut up! Shut up!
Nice, short and sweet. It's just straight to the point.
Shut up!
So
by the
once
way,
again,
when I, you know, like when you were talking and I went, "What's on your mind?" I thought, hold on. What might be on your mind? Yo, keep it clean, people.
Yes,
keep it clean.
Keep it clean.
We don't know what's on your mind.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
know
you know
this.
what I mean?
They know this
I
already.
know, this ain't Kevin Samuel's show. I don't need to know about your intimacy stuff. And
For real,
we
man.
don't do that here. We don't do that here.
Bro.
Kopish Fridays is about football and other sports if you want it to be.
No, but Cal, but see, what you don't understand is,
You cannot make this up, people. You cannot make this up, people.
Bro,
Drifty.
them ones there, you know.
How old are you, Drifty? How old are you,
but
Drifty?
Kevin, what does that matter?
Don't do that. Don't. Do you know what?
Know,
Come off my show. Don't do that. Don't do that. Do not come on my show, people, and tell and when I ask you a question, you don't want to tell me the answer. Do not do it. We're gonna try that again because I'm feeling in a good mood today. Because we're feeling in a good mood today. Drifty, what is your role with Kopish?
I mean, it depends.
All right. You see what I mean, people? I just asked a simple question and I can't get a simple answer. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. Okay. So, Drifty, let me ask you a question. I want you to rank FSG between 1 and 10. Do not use 7. Do not use 7. Go.
But 4, Kevin. I'll give them a 4.
A 4. Oh, okay. So what do you want from an owner, Drifty? What score do you want?
I want a 9. I want a 10.
You want to know, people? Do you see what I mean? What is he bringing to the table? Is he bringing money to the table? Is he going to cook for FSG? But he wants a 9, but he's a 4. You can't make this up. You can't make this up.
Man, he's a fool.
Yeah, do you know?
Oh, bro.
You get off my phone. Get off my phone. I'm done. I want high value owners. I want this. I want that. What is he bringing to the table, people? We don't know. Big up Kevin Samuels all day.
Oh, boy.
Yes, Matt. Matt, with a little message about our sponsors. Go for it, my bro.
Yes, indeed, people. If you don't know already, our show is sponsored by FansBet. And this season, we've teamed up with FansBet, the fans-led sporting betting company committed to supporting charities and causes which are important to the fans. Do check them out at FansBet and claim your bet. Get £10 welcome offer. Terms and restrictions apply. Full details on the site. 18 plus. And just make sure, people, please do gamble responsibly. And there's also something else as well, Kai, if I'm not mistaken. There is a free bet this week, people. That's right. So this week, our friends over at FansBet have totally given us a free to play for this weekend, and it's regarding the World Cup qualifying games, and simply to enter, predict the outcomes to be with a chance of winning up to 10k in free bets. That's right, people. 10k. Terms and restrictions apply. Full details on the site. It's 18 plus. And please do gamble responsibly and visit begambleaware.org for more information. So big up fans, but each and every time. I know that's what I'm doing.
Come on.
Free to play. Come on, people. It's
I'm
worth
trying
a
to
shout.
change my life out here.
Trust.
You know how we do. Yes, so big up FansBet. Make sure you check out the link in the description on YouTube. All right, people. 6 years of Kaiser Jurgen Klopp. Very many highs, very few lows, if we're going to be honest. For the last 6 years, guys, could we have dreamt for a better manager for Liverpool Football Club?
Nah. Nope.
No.
The best in the world, right?
He is. And do you know what it is as well? His personality, I think, just resembles our fan base. Like, it's hard to explain, but
you want to know him?
He's your Klopp, bro.
I told you.
It's like he's a normal guy. No, he's a normal guy. Like, so for example, let's say anyone met him, wherever you may be, you happen to bump into him. He just looks like someone you could just talk to and just be like, "Yo, Jurgen, what's going on?" Like, what he said? Like, he just looks normal, bro. Like, he don't look like one of them.
He keeps it real, man.
And
I
think
it real.
That's why he's able to get the best out of his players as well, because I think they need some normality.
Hold on. Yeah. 2Pixel 2, I don't know if you missed the memo, my bro, but tonight's a celebration. It's a celebration, bitches. It's a celebration.
What do you say if Klopp had
back with a bang, you know?
Yeah,
damn, son.
We ain't doing that. There's context to that, Pixel. You know it. It's a celebration.
2Pixel, to cheer yourself up, what you can do, though, is go over to FansBet, bro. Check out that free bet. That's what I'm going to say to you. Might change your life, bro. Just putting out
that 10k in that.
Big up FansBet. Listen, bro, he's, as I said before, like he just resonates with all of us. And I think that's something that we probably haven't had in a long time. A manager that you can just relate to. He doesn't look like he's putting on a show, so to speak, as some other managers.
Kenny the first time round.
Yeah, and I just think he's done wonders, and I think he's done better than what I probably even imagined, because I did think he'll win us a major trophy. But you have to look at it and go, do you know what? I don't think it's even ended here. And in one sort of like spell, he was able to win 4 big trophies, in my opinion. And obviously the Premier League is the one that we always, we wanted. The Champions League is like our thing, which we kind of do. But you see the Prem, him kind of just, breaking that curse, so to speak, that we had. I can't lie to you, bro. Like, this guy is just different. And he's a legend as well. He's a legend.
Very, very interesting comment here from H7. If Benitez got the same backing, I think he would have won a couple Prems and maybe one Champions League with Liverpool. I don't think Klopp would have won the Champions League with that Liverpool squad in 2005.
Agree with that whole statement.
I don't think he could have. I
agree with that whole statement.
I don't
know. Run under the right players.
Rafa's a tactical master. We know this.
Yeah.
And Klopp's, in my opinion, Klopp's not as tactically astute as Rafa. However, under Klopp, we might not even go 3-0 down in that game. Like, let's be honest, although Rafa got it right in the second half and we won it, he got it wrong in the first half.
He did.
I don't think he got it wrong. I think I think AC Milan did what they are capable of and just caught us cold.
Bruv,
No,
he
bro.
played a double pivot of Alonso and Gerrard and Harry Kewell in the 10 when they had
I was-
Kaka, bruv.
And Harry Kewell. Remember, this was the Harry Kewell
Yeah.
that started the other final, who came off injured and kept faith with him and went with him again.
Yeah, maybe no. I don't. That ain't tactics. Then that's team selection. I
No,
don't
it's
think it was a
tactics.
No,
tactics. I
it's
think
part
it
of
was the
tactics,
team.
though.
Yeah, but I mean, it could have all been different if that handball against Nesta was given. That should have been with Luis
I hear
Garcia.
that.
Could have been a
True,
penalty,
true.
1-1, totally different game. Do you get what I mean? Instead, they go down the other end and make it 2-0. I don't know. Did you get what I mean? Like, I think Benitez was more capable.
They carved us up in that first half.
Yeah. But we're talking about Crespo, Shevchenko, Kaká, Seedorf. We're talking about the best to do it. You know what I mean?
I hear that, but in the second
favorites.
half, Rafa shut all that down because he tactically sorted it out. Which
Yes.
again, we all
I
make
get that.
mistakes in it. But I'm saying in the first half he made a mistake. Second half he more than rectified it because
Agreed.
we got back into the game. But I don't know if we go 3-0 down with Klopp. However, if we do go 3-0 down with Klopp, I don't think we bring it back.
I feel like Benitez was the perfect manager for your team when you don't even know who you are yet. He will come in and he'll actually look at what you have and make what you have work. Klopp, Pep, all these elite managers that are like elite, they're more like, right, I've got a way of playing. I'm going to have to figure out who plays the way I want, get rid of who I don't, and then bring in who I need. I think Benitez is one of the best managers where if there was a team that was crap and you couldn't make any transfers, he will get you the best results with that team. And I'm not putting down Klopp for that because management is all about getting in who you need. But I don't think there are many managers in the world better than Benitez. If you went, you've got no budget for 3 years, go figure it out. He is the best manager I think we've had that can do that.
Dare I say it, Drift, Klopp's kind of done that in the last 3 years, bro.
No, because he had the tools, bro. If you think about it, they gave him the tools and he's had to reshuffle and figure things out, but they did give him the tools. If he had to stick with that team he got when he first took over.
When you say no budget, he had to sell to buy.
No, we did. I get that. No, when I say no budget, I just mean like a random, made up example kind of thing.
No transfers allowed.
Yeah, because if you think about it, there is a very strong argument by the fact that we had Gerrard in 05 and we didn't have Gerrard when Klopp took over. Klopp had arguably as good of, if not a better team to take over from than what Benitez had in 2005. Benitez won the Champions League, Klopp failed to win the Europa League. Like, it's an argument though.
Yeah,
we still had Coutinho, we still had Firmino. Do you know what I mean? Like, there were good players in that team.
Yeah, but Rafa had Barros. I'm not even taking him in.
But a lot of people call Barros crap, though. Do you know what I mean?
Look at the defense he had.
Bishkan and like he had some players where you'd be like, whoa, like
he had Carragher,
Jimmy Traore at left back.
No, Carragher, Hupia, Risa, Finnan, Gerrard.
Yeah, he had some bad boys. He had some bad boys. He had some bad boys. He did.
He had some ballers.
No, he did. That team wasn't as bad as people think it was. But then the Klopp team when he took over, he did have good players, didn't it? Like, you know what I mean? There were like he had Klein, right.
Yeah, some decent players, but think of
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't think Klein was better than Finnan.
It was Spurs. What was it? Because it was Spurs away. Yeah, that was Klopp's first game.
That is Pete Klein. That's a good argument, you know, Carl. Who is better, Pete Klein or Pete Finnan? That is a good argument
because Finnan's, in my opinion,
Finnan's delivery was both feet as well.
But Klein, when you think
defensively, Klein was sound.
Klein would give you a 7 or an 8 every game. You never get a 10, but he would give you a 7 or an 8
Finnan
as well. So would Finnan, bro.
Finnan was sick, bro.
Finnan was a bad boy. He's proper underrated.
Finnan was sick. And then I think if I'm not mistaken, it was an Emre Can, Lucas Ting, Lallana.
Guys, that's a members video right there. Who had a better team when they took over? Benitez or Klopp?
Well, I say
that is a good members video.
I say we throw in Houllier as well and Brendan. I say we do it for all of them.
We might as well make it a 4-way for real.
Drift, do you remember who played up front against Spurs? I know Carl does. Do you remember who played up front against Spurs in his first game?
What, in
Klopp? Klopp. Can you remember? Yeah, can you remember?
No, bloody hell, I can't, you know.
It's Divock Origi, fam.
For real? I
Yeah,
can't
it's a
remember,
regeek.
you know.
It was a
I
regeek
can't
because I remember after the game, Klopp goes, "We're gonna have fun with this with this player." That's what he said. We're
Oh
gonna
yeah,
have fun
I
with this
don't
player.
even
Yeah,
remember that, you know.
yeah, yeah. It did
He
work. I
meant it
remember.
still. He meant
Yeah. Oh, he
making
did
it,
as well.
making
He
him
didn't
do
mince his
shuttle runs
words,
up the
bro.
basement stairs and that, bro. Like,
Divock.
Eastwood says Klopp was given tools, a hammer and a screwdriver to fix a car. Klopp enjoys the challenge of repurposes tools to build a masterpiece. Hashtag point 5. You guys are really still pushing this agenda, innit?
You know what?
It's not even a match.
A very good point. So quickly, just to go on, the Premier League was more competitive when Klopp took over. I agree with that. That made it,
100%.
which did make it harder. I get that. Benitez only had Chelsea and Man United that he had to compete with at the time when he was in charge. So I agree with that.
Yeah, dare I say as well, Francisco says Klopp with a midfield of Mascherano, Gerrard and Alonso would be unstoppable. He would be still.
No, but Rafa built that. Rafa built that.
It's true.
It's true.
Rafa built that, you know.
Do you know what'd be another good one? He was the best in the transfer market. Because I'm gonna be real. I know on face value we probably would go.
We kind of did that, remember though. We
did
the
that?
Top 10. Yeah, we did the top 10 for each manager, and then we whittled it down and we compared them all.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
I think if you factor in, we never factored in money when we did that.
No, we did. No, we did because we used the inflation calculator. Yeah, we used the inflation.
We did on the members team. It's a while ago we done it though. But
it was a while back.
While back still.
Well, Julius is underrated, you know, because we had way less money back then than we have now. I know FSG ain't the best, but we had less money then.
Player fees were also much lower as well. Like £30 was seen as an astronomical fee, whereas £30 mil now is seen as
I said £30.
I was like, I'm not buying a bottle of Henny, bro.
I know. Some Audi tip, innit? 30 mil back then was like huge mega money, whereas 30
Yeah, I get that.
Like we bought Kanate for 30, was it 32 mil?
32.
34.
Oh, 33. Oh, yeah.
34.
Right.
And bruv, no one batted an eyelid, bruv. Whereas back in the day, it would have been crazy.
That's crazy money back then. That was Andy
Carroll money. And we were losing our mind over that Andy Carroll transfer.
I think Drogba only cost in the 20s. Essien was in the 20s,
no comment.
I think, as well.
No comment.
2Pixel2 says the legacy is cool to look back. I think his legacy will be very underwhelming, in my opinion. Houllier has won more than Klopp and Rafa with not as good teams. Disagree. Houllier. All right, so when it comes to legacy, in my opinion, 2Pixel2 with regards to Klopp, on paper, one Champions League, one Premier League might not seem like a lot, but I use the analogy of Shankly and Paisley. Paisley won more than Shankly, but Shankly is seen as the guy who laid the foundation. And without the foundation, you cannot build a strong house. So in theory, whoever comes in after Klopp, if that person wins, they're the Paisley. Klopp is the Shankly of this era. You have to understand Klopp was going against Chelsea, Manchester City, Man United, as well as a few other clubs. And he dominated. The only team that came close to him was a team that had to spend in excess of £1 billion. Like, that cannot be underestimated. And not only did he do that, he did that as well as winning the Champions League by coming back against one of the best teams in Europe at the time. Obviously not right now, but at the time, one of the best teams in Europe at the time. You have to put everything into context. It has to go into context.
And can we stop saying 2 trophies? He won 4, even if you want to be stupid, 3. The World Club Championship is a trophy.
Yeah.
It's an actual proper trophy. Like, can we stop doing that? He only won 2. What's with the discrediting of that extra trophy? But I will agree, Houllier is an absolute bad boy that I think maybe people sleep on. And without his heart attack, we win the league that year. I know I can say that all I want because I can never prove it. But without the heart attack, we win the league. Houllier went 4th, 3rd, 2nd. He was actually climbing the ranks every season, actually place by place, and we were top and he had his heart attack. I do believe we would have won the league that year if Houllier never had his heart attack.
James Anderson, big up James Anderson. Peace, my dogs. Hope you and the families are all blessed. Same to you, James.
Bless our James. This never time, bro.
Do you think it would have been 3-0 at half time if Didi Harman started against Milan? I
No.
don't think it would have been. Harman
No.
don't take that.
Nope. Harman, bro,
Harman
serious,
don't
you
take that. I'm not saying we would have been sailing or anything, but Harman, we ain't 3-0 down.
There's no way
Yeah.
Diddy would have taken it.
No,
taken it.
he's no, he's no.
No.
Can't stop.
Can't
Won't
stop.
stop.
Can't
No,
stop,
no.
won't stop.
We ain't taking that.
And Manchu says, Drifty, your wish is going to be completed by Paul. Can sign ASM, whereas Newcastle will sign Mbappe, Neymar, Messi as his replacement. It's going to be a madness. Obviously, I'm expecting to hear a lot of you have your thoughts on Newcastle.
Yeah, man.
I got a feeling he'll more become part of an amazing team and they'll build around him. And then I'll be like, well, there you go. Pipe dream to get him now.
Yeah.
And they don't need money anymore. Remember, I was always like, well, Newcastle need money, so we're going to throw a little bit of change at them.
They don't need.
They
nothing.
literally are the epitome of I will lose money, didn't know I lost it. Like,
Yeah.
300 billion. Can you even fit 300 billion in a normal semi-detached 3-bedroom house?
No.
If it's cash. I don't even think you can fit that in the yard.
You're going to have to bury it, bruv.
But the money, that type of money there don't even exist in a bank, fam. I'm telling you.
Real. No, it does, but it's just a digit.
It's just like on a computer. It's just computer, bro. Them things.
Remember in Money Heist, bruv, what was the aim they wanted to print? The aim of the print was 4 bill.
Yeah.
These man have got 300 billion. I don't even know how many zeros that is. I don't have the capacity.
Crazy. And you want to know something? That's just the money that we know of. You know the ones there. That's the money that they've given. Yeah. These are the accounts that we can see.
And then, heaven forbid, they got rid of all the assets that they have that must be worth God knows how much.
Bro.
Because that ain't even net worth, as in like, if we make, it's like, no, they've got that money. Then if you get rid of all the other stuff and all that.
I'm scared.
They could have bought every single team in the league and had plenty of change.
They could probably buy every team in all the top leagues if they wanted, surely.
If they wanted to, they could buy all of them.
They could actually buy every team in all the top leagues.
That's mad.
To put it into perspective, I was reading something or heard something. They're 22 times richer than Man City.
That's mad. Aye.
You know when you hear that, like, well, you think you're a bad man, yeah? You know there was always a better man for a bad man. They came in and went, well, you think you're a bad man? And if we find a better man than them, I'm going to get on bended knee and be like, yo, thank you, buy Liverpool. If there's a better man than these man, to be like, yo, please buy Liverpool. Please, like, well, go on.
These men actually could just like, I'm not even joking, yeah. These men have so much money, they could literally just like, in January, just be like, what Salah ain't signing? I tell you what, yeah, we'll just give you 200 mil. We'll give you 300.
They could easily.
But they could buy Klopp right now. They could just go and buy him.
It's going to be a madness.
Man's getting shot, you know.
Yeah, I will say he's done everything he could with what he was given. It's just fortunate that our owners wouldn't back him. He could have built a dynasty. Fully agree to Pixel, bro. Fully agree. No, can't do that.
Alexander.
If £1 is a second, 1 mil would be 12 days. 1 billion is 32 years. That's crazy. That's crazy. You do realize we're talking crazy, like City money is crazy. This is just you walk in and you're just like, what are we doing here?
Apparently, the main guy's house is worth, what is it, 200 and something million? That's just one of his houses.
You know what? If I owned £1 billion for whatever random reason,
all the houses on my road combined.
For whatever reason, I got rich enough to have £1 billion. The fantasy is I've got £1 billion. I genuinely think the moment I actually came to the realization I had £1 billion, I would actually have like a brain hemorrhage from the excitement and the stress all at one time of just not knowing how to compute what the hell is going on. Like, you know, like it'll be like malfunction. Like, I think I would just like 1 billion, and these men have got 320 of it.
I'll be honest with you. If someone gave me $1 billion, I think I'd be all right spending the money, because we not like we've come from nothing. None of us have come from nothing, but none of us are rich in it. I think we put the money to good use.
Oh
Yeah,
no, I wouldn't
definitely.
even think about spending it. At first, I'll be like, I've got it. I'll be like counting the zeros. I'll be like,
I would just
wait,
think about
what?
investing
Yeah,
and what we
yeah. I'm
could
not
do.
gonna
Like
lie.
this new,
All
yeah,
my friends and families, they've got a house each, and it's
Matt,
all paid off for.
yeah.
And
I wouldn't invest in anything. I'm not gonna lie. I would just be
No,
like,
when I no, I'm talking.
I'm good.
No. I'm saving. When I say saving, I'm talking like I'm gonna
Saving.
put. When I
You
say
don't need
no,
to
bro,
save, bro. You got
bro,
£1 billion,
no, but
bro.
bro, listen,
I ain't
listen,
gonna lie.
Saving,
Yeah,
listen,
bro.
you might
You
not
listen.
need
could
to
go on
say.
the biggest spending spree you ever want, and you just about
No, that is true. But
just
there are some
about
crazy
dent
people
it,
out there.
bro.
Listen,
Man's
I
is,
bet
man's
if you
all
done a
live,
You could
challenge,
man's
buy
all
a
live.
mansion, an aeroplane, any car you wanted, buy
yeah.
everyone in your family any car and
No,
house
but
they
do you want to
wanted,
know
and
something,
you dent $1 billion. You just
Man, just
dent it, bro.
you know when you
bro?
go on that shopping spree and you just look at the bank saying, "You're like 999 million, huh? How?"
Bro, but I'm talking about if you had, let's just say you got 1 billion, yeah, it'll be hard to obviously burn through that in a
Right, give me one
lifetime.
sec, guys.
Yeah. But if you're like, I
I
don't know,
think it'd
give
be
me something to.
impossible to burn for $1 billion in a lifetime.
No,
It'd be
but no, yeah,
impossible.
no, by yourself. I'm saying, like, say, like, for example, you gave some to like family, which you would do, friends as well. When I say investing, I'm talking about, bro, in our own thing. Like, like, there's things that we would want to do. But think about, like, it sounds crazy. You can't burn through 1 billion, but I reckon you can make a serious dent in it, though, more than you probably realize. Because you could be lackadaisical.
Oh yeah, I get it. All
What if
right,
you just
right,
became addicted to gambling and you just went every week?
oh no,
You went
no.
Vegas.
That's yeah. You can lose it like that because that's
This is
reckless. That's
That's
reckless.
true,
Like you
but
can
some
lose
people
it like
can.
that.
But some people can get because they think, oh, I've got so much money. What? I'll just bet £1 million. It's only 1 million. I've got 1 billion. Oh, people will go crazy, you know.
Yeah.
Some people
You know,
would.
if betting is the only way you can lose
Yeah,
the
the
money because
gambling thing
betting
is
is
mad.
literally throwing it in the bin. Like that is what. Hold on, am I right in believing that 1 billion is 1,000 million? Right?
Yes,
Or is it
I believe.
100? Is it 100? No, yeah, 1,000. No, so 1,000 million is 1 billion, right? If I'm trying to remember if that is actually how you calculate. So
I'm
you've
trying
got
to remember
you've got
now.
£1 million 1,000 times, Matt. You've got
Bro,
a
it's mad.
1,000 million, bro.
Bro, it's mad. It's mad. It's actually
Apart
mad.
from a gambling habit, you can't go broke if you've got £1 billion. You just cannot go broke if you've got £1 billion.
No, it's true. It's true.
And you know what? If you're gambling with 1 billion, chances are one of them will hit and you'll get your money back. Because if you gamble that often, you're probably going to get a win. And then you might even get
Yeah.
like, because you're not going to keep losing. Do you get what I
No,
mean?
I
Like,
know. No, you're right. But I'm just saying though, like, bro, there are people out there that will just they'll think, oh, I've got all this money. Man will just gamble. So yeah, bro, it's a bit mad. Oh, guys, just to let you know, unfortunately, Cal can't finish the show tonight. He's had to shoot off. Apologies, Cal gives apologies, but he will be back if he can. But we're gonna move on swiftly, and we're also, in fact, before we even move on, Drift, do you have a timer by any chance?
I don't, bro. You know what? I'll play it by ear though. I don't have one, but I'll play it by ear.
Hold on. All right, cool. I'm gonna open up the lines in a second. Remember,
Hold on. Let's just get through a few of the super chats quickly
yeah.
before we go.
Can you read them out? I'm just gonna quickly try and sort something, if you can.
Yeah. Give me a sec.
Cool.
Adrenaline. Can you talk about Ronaldo winning Player of the Month over Salah? Yo, Matt, talk to me. How the hell did Cristiano
Because
win? Does he get to
because
pick? Did they ask Cristiano
bruv,
who he wants it to be?
bruv, it's they've been sucked
Is that
into
what they do?
the Kool-Aid. It's already there. When he signed, do you know what it is? For when they gave him the number 7 shirt and he got that special dispensation and Cavani moved his number, red, this and that, I already knew something was going on. It's absolutely criminal. So even like what Salah's done start of the season compared to Ronaldo, it's like chalk and cheese, bro. The gap is actually just like crazy. It's actually mad. What Salah's doing compared to what Ronaldo's doing, yeah? I'm sorry, Salah's on a different planet to Ronaldo right now. And even your team, Man United, a lot of Man United fans will probably say the same. Salah's the best player in the world,
You know,
not in the Prem.
I hate when favoritism goes too far, you know, to the point where like
Yeah.
you reward people undeservedly. You know, like it ain't like if you love Naby, for an example, and you just like bigging Naby up, that's okay, man, because that just remains within your feelings. But if you were actually in charge of the awards and you just
Yeah,
kept
and I
giving Nav the
go,
awards, they'll be like, hold on,
This
wait
is
a
what I'm
minute, what's
saying.
going on? Like,
That's just crazy.
you can't
be
just
doing
do
things
that.
like
Like,
bro. You can't. You actually can't. Like, it's almost like a popularity contest, man. It's actually crazy. Ronaldo. I think Ronaldo's got like is it 3 goals or is it 4? I can't remember.
I think he's got 3 or 4 goals, but they're like jammy, fluky, who cares?
But I'm
goals
thinking of the caliber
in like
of
meaningless
goals.
games. Like,
We're talking about Salah. What Salah's done in the start of the season has been magical. Ronaldo's had a good start. I'm not going to sit here and say Ronaldo's been crap. It's been crap, but there's levels to this. Salah's been here. Ronaldo's been there. That's mad.
bro, I reckon if we actually go through all the teams and think about like other players, there'll probably be other players that are even in the argument that we're probably not thinking about, but you go, oh yeah, remember what he done, and remember what he done. And anyway, big up Ash for your super chat, bro.
Crazy.
Genuinely delighted for the Geordies. This is different. So apologies. The City and Chelsea, good luck to them. Enjoy the ride. I feel like there's another good guy joining the battle against Manchester and London. I totally agree. It couldn't have happened to a better fan base. It really couldn't have. They've been through the mud and they do deserve it 100%.
100%, bro.
Eddie Ventures, big up yourself, bro. Teams are going to play hard to get Newcastle relegated. I know when January comes around, if they make a couple, like,
they can make a couple of, some decent signings, bro.
Yeah, if they just bring in about 2 or 3 men in January to add and make sure they just stabilize themselves for the time being, you know what I mean?
It's true.
Big up to here. You know what? To here, you come a little controversial in the comments sometimes in some of the things, you know what I mean? But I like it. I love the banter. Big up yourself, bro. Funny thing, FSG are not even in the top 10 of billionaires in the Premier League.
They're not.
What are we dealing with? Job setting the FSG Doughboys.
What are we dealing
man.
with? You tell me, bro.
I mean, I wouldn't mind being worth 2 billion myself. You know what I'm saying?
It just goes to show the level that
he has a point, though.
Yeah.
We are not even in the top 10. We are Liverpool, and our owners aren't even in the top 10. Let deep it, yeah? Our owners are actually more broke than Arsenal, Everton, Aston Villa.
Yeah.
And don't all them clubs moan about their ownership? Well, maybe not Everton and Villa, but Man United. Man United fans moan about Man U. Arsenal fans moan about Kroenke. Like, our owner ain't even got as much money as them, man, bruv. And them man are always moaning.
This is what I'm saying,
You know,
bro.
I do feel a bit like Arsenal and Man United. They do things the wrong way. They moan about their owners, but I think the only thing their owner does wrong is the manager he picks. And maybe giving that manager longer in the job than he should. I don't think they're bad owners when it comes to putting in money, because Arsenal and Man U have spent way more money than Liverpool and Tottenham. Way more money than Liverpool and Tottenham. Like, if you go back over the last decade and you add up money spent, they have way outspent Tottenham and Liverpool.
No, they have. You're right. Yeah.
I think So I think they moan in the wrong way, them fans. I think they should more make it a specific argument. They shouldn't moan about what the owners do to help the team win. The manager is there to help the team win, so I get that. But I do feel like they put enough money into the club that when I hear the fans going, oh, we never buy this player, the squad ain't good enough, I'm like, you spent enough money for your squad to be good enough. I'm sorry, you did. If you go and look at Arsenal's front line, Aubameyang 50 mil, Lacazette 50 mil, Pepe 60 mil, like, bro, that's a lot of money. That is a lot of money.
Ramsdale 30.
Partey 50.
Gabriel 30. Ben White 50.
Ben White, bro, that's a lot of money. Even their left back was what, 32 mil, I think it was, or 22 mil they paid for Tierney. Xhaka was 30 mil. Like, they spent a lot of money, bro.
They do spend money. 100%.
They did it wrong, but they still spent it. You know what I'm saying? I swear Man United have nearly spent £1 billion in the last decade. Like, you did it wrong, but they spent it. Do you know what the Liverpool score would be like if we had owners that spent £1 billion in a decade?
Bro, I
don't even want to think about how good Liverpool's team would be if our owners gave £1 billion in the last decade.
Bro, we'll be in another planet. But we are where we are. Right, we're gonna move on now to the callers. The league.
Big up promo before we move on. I can see Bale and Coutinho go Newcastle 100%.
So you know
they're the type of players that, because they'll probably get them for free. the wages won't even really hit the structure of the club either, because those players will be going there for free or for a very, very small fee. And they're the type of players you build on. They are definitely the type of players you build. They're not going to make them win, but they're winners, and it'll just make other people think, oh, well, okay, I'll be playing with Bale, and it might encourage a couple of other men to go there that maybe wouldn't have gone there. And I think I could see Benzema going there if Real Madrid do a whole like revamp. Modric, go get a retirement check there for a couple of years, but bring his experience and come in. And there's a few players around the world that you can go and look at, and you can be like, raw, they might go there and get their last paycheck, but help Newcastle to try and become a little bit like, like even Lewandowski or somebody. Like, you never know if they throw 350, 400 grand a week at him and go, right, come be a part of this project. You don't know. Like, we like, honestly, we have no idea, bro.
I would say it kind of also depends as well on the manager that they get. I was having a conversation with a few people today, and I was like, that sets precedent, because if they get a top boy manager in next season, so I don't know if one will be available right now. I'm not too sure, but
bro, Zidane and Conte are available. Luis Enrique might leave.
No, that's true. They might wait
till team after the World Cup. Like, there's loads of big boy managers.
It's hard to say, but I'm just saying, if they get a good manager in, that will be the start, because that manager can then convince them of the project. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I think. It all depends on the manager for me. He will set the tone in terms of what players they will get, and then we'll take it from there. Guys, to let you know again, the link is now in the chat. I can see if you've already joined. Right, hold on, people. Let's get this rolling.
I think Newcastle are going to start poaching up the players in the league that you wouldn't really normally think. But you know, when you're trying to build that foundation. So I can imagine them getting Neto, Rafinha. You know, like going through the league and picking up those little bad boys at the other clubs. Ivan Toney. You know those, man? Just go through the league and start picking up all those little guys.
That's kind of what City did,
build a foundation.
Back in the day,
and then get the Dons on top of that in a few years' time. Yeah, I can actually imagine that. I actually can. Hey, Bellingham. You see them type of man there, bro? They might start going and chipping away.
Boy, if they get Bellingham, that's big. That's a big signing for them. That's a big signing. Massive. Right, let's get this show on the road. I've got a time on my computer. The only thing is, the people won't know. I'll have to just give them I'll say, do you know, when someone's got 10 seconds left, I'm going to be like, you got 10 seconds. Yeah. And then we'll play the clip. How long we give them this week, Drift?
We're giving you 2 minutes, people. Cool. Just get it off your chest, whatever you got to get off your chest.
What are you going to talk about?
Keep it clean. Like I said.
Indeed.
No dirty sheets tonight, people.
Right, let's get the first caller on.
We don't want no train spotting settings, you know what I'm saying?
Trust me. Right,
shout out the train spotting, massive.
Just to hear Kirsty, you know.
The only way FSG will find money is under the sofa. And how much
Spare
would that
change
be? Couple pound?
Spare change.
Couple pound?
Boy.
Matt, have you ever put money anywhere in your yard? Anywhere? In a coat pocket, in the kitchen, in the bedroom, anywhere? Just left money somewhere and you forgot about it and then you find it. Ain't that the best feeling in the world? Yeah,
or for me, it'll be like, where did I put it? And then Kai will be like, Daddy, look, I've got money. And I'm like, what do you mean you got money? Where'd you get money from? I found it. It's like, you didn't find it, or you were where you weren't supposed to be. So that's what normally happens to me. But this brother will, listen, my son will just find anything. I swear that he will find the money. Yeah, he's different.
A couple months ago, I found £20 on the floor and I really felt like I was blessed. You know, you're like,
and the thing is, your £20.
You're like,
it's your 20. Oh, was it your £20 in terms?
No, bro, I was just walking the dog, bro.
Oh, swear down.
Yeah, bro.
Well, you're lucky. You're lucky. Right, let's bring on the first caller. Jamal, what's going on, bro? You there?
Yeah, guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah. What's good, bro? Right, your 2 minutes start now, and in fact, I won't say it starts now. So just before that, just sort of a little reminder. It can be anything you want, Jamal. So whatever's on your mind or whatever, what's going on in the football world, Newcastle, whatever. Say what you're gonna say, my bro. Right, your time starts now, 2 minutes, and I'll let you know when you've got 10 seconds left.
Yeah, I mean, first I just want to say, you hear what Pep said. Pep said that now, getting penalties and getting any decision is like Old Trafford back in the days. He said that's how Anfield is like now.
Wow.
You know what he should study about? He should study about Dele Alli. That's what he should study about. Ali. Yeah.
I am not
But
even gonna lie, that must be hurting him right now. You know that picture of Ali coming out of the restaurant with his daughter, yeah? That's
Yeah,
peak,
yeah.
you know.
Bro,
That's
100%.
peak.
100%.
That's his pride and joy right there. And Ali's just
Bro.
rocking her on road like that. I know you've got to allow your daughter to live her life, but that's got to be difficult. She don't even play for his team. He actually plays for an enemy team. Yeah, that's got to be difficult, man.
That's got her. Can't front.
Yeah. But this is what I gotta say today. 'Cause I was having an argument with my friend. He said that how Ozil is an amazing dribbler, and I said no. Ozil have great ball retention, but it have a difference between ball retention and dribbling.
Yes.
If you guys know what I mean.
Yeah. There is a big difference. Yeah.
So I'm gonna put to you. So because I know you guys are real football man. I know you guys are the real football guys. So what's the difference between dribbling and ball retention? I'm gonna watch someone like Iniesta. He's a hybrid. Iniesta can do it both. He have great ball retention and he could dribble. But someone like David Silva, serious ball retention. But you're not gonna put David Silva on the wing and tell him to beat 4, 5, 6 man. But someone like Saint-Maximin, Zaha, these guys can ball out. These guys can't really dribble. So yeah, man. So that's my thing for you guys. What's the difference between ball retention and dribbling?
Yeah,
I like that.
I like that as well. Nice one,
like
Jamal. Nice one. I like that still.
Yeah, guys. And come on, guys. The likes. Get the likes up. Smash the likes.
For real. Tell them again, bro. Tell them again.
Smash the likes. And I'm out, guys. Peace.
Yeah,
take care,
big
bro.
up, Jamal. Big up, man. Every time. All right, let's have some fun with this one then. I'll go first on this one.
Yeah. Go on.
For me personally, I think the difference between ball retention and dribbling is how far you carry the ball. So there is an element of ball retention to dribbling. Of course there is, because you have to be able to keep the ball close to you, because the definition of ball retention is you make sure your team remains in possession, right? That is the definition simplified. I don't know if it's the dictionary definition, but that's what my definition would be.
Okay.
So a lot of things go into ball retention: strength, control, close control, first touch. Those things all come into ball retention. Do you know what I'm saying? And then dribbling, you have to add flair, being able to carry the ball at distance, at pace usually as well, because you have to be able to run quickly, to be able to maneuver the ball, to manipulate it and little things like that. So I think there is quite a similarity between ball retention and dribbling, because dribbling has to have ball retention in it. But as an example, Gini Wijnaldum was a tremendous ball retainer. He wouldn't carry the ball for 40, 50 yards dribbling, but in the middle of the park, if you gave it to him with 2, 3 men around him, he would hench them off the ball, keep the ball under his control, maybe do a little skill or whatever, and then make sure that he passes it off to the safest person, so we keep possession. Liverpool are in possession of the ball.
Yeah, I hear that.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear that.
So I think the perfect example is that Barcelona team under Pep. Xavi was the ball retainer. Iniesta was the ball dribbler. And that's not to say that Iniesta could not retain the ball, but Iniesta was the one that would take it for 30, 40 yards up the pitch. Yeah. Xavi would control the game. And that's another thing about ball retention. You are normally somebody capable of controlling the game, dictating the pace of the game. So you can get hybrids, as you say. Zidane could do both. Messi can do both.
Yeah,
do you get what I mean? Like, so there are elements of both of them. But if you just want to talk about the purity of what it is, Pirlo, Xavi, Wijnaldum, they are ball retention midfielders. They ain't got the pace and all of that, but you ain't getting the ball off them. You are not getting the ball off them. If Pirlo and Xavi have got the ball, you are not getting the ball off them. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, 100%. See, I agree with you. So here's another example, yeah? So you see that ball retention for me as well. It's about, as you said, retaining the ball at all costs. How good are you? How close can you keep the ball to your foot? So you see the space in between, as you say, when you're moving the ball forward. How good are you retaining the ball under control at all times? The best person with best ball retention that we've probably ever seen is arguably Lionel Messi. And he's kind of a hybrid as well. Because here's an example. You see his ball retention. You see when he runs with the ball, even at high speed. Notice how the ball doesn't go far away from him. Whereas I could give you someone else like a Zaha, right? Zaha's a great dribbler. Zaha could twist you up, but his ball retention isn't as good because when he does travel with the ball, there's a bigger space. So it's easy. It's not as easier for him to retain the ball under close control.
Yeah. He'll lose the ball a lot.
Yeah, and that's how I kind of see it. And another prime example, as you said, is Junior Wijnaldum. He's another one. Like Thiago. Thiago's got very good ball retention, but I wouldn't say he's an amazing dribbler. You wouldn't put Thiago on the wing and go, as you would say, like, try and beat three man. But you know what he can do, though? If he's under pressure and you want him to keep the ball as close to his foot as possible and retain it, he's one of the best at doing it. That's the 100%. Best way for me to describe it. So,
yeah. No, definitely. So I mean, we're on the same page then.
100%.
We pretty much both. Yeah.
100%. And even like someone just said now, was it Scoot? So Naeem says, even Bobby as well. Like Firmino's got very good ball retention.
But very good ball retention.
Very good ball retention.
But I guess one more difference between dribbling and ball retention is risk taking. Because dribblers will have a bigger risk factor within what they do than a person who's in the team to just retain the ball and make sure you keep possession and keep the possession ticking over. Because as a dribbler, you have to take risks because you're trying to do something that's dangerous, so to speak. Taking a player on, the danger is you can lose the ball because you can be tackled in it. So there's an element of danger to what you're doing. Therefore, definitely. You're more taking a risk. Do you get what I'm saying?
Because someone even just said it's like, and I don't disagree with them, by the way. There's like Thiago can beat people for fun in midfield, which is harder. Thiago can beat people. He can drop a shoulder, do a step over, and go past you. But I still wouldn't say like he's a dribbler. Like he can dribble past. He can. It's just that. How high is the level of dribbling in terms of when you're being isolated? And when I say the flank is because, as I said before, like on the flank is probably very hard because in the center, believe it or not, I feel like sometimes you have more space. It depends on the team that you're up against. It does depend. And even on the flank as well. It's all about situational awareness as well from the players that are actually dribbling. But me personally, I wouldn't associate Thiago as being a dribbler, so to speak. Of course, he can dribble at a high level. But when I say dribblers, I'm talking about Frank Ribery's and Ian Robbins and flipping a Saint Max or even you know what I'm saying?
There's an element of both in both.
Yeah.
But one of them has a bigger spectrum of what it is.
100.
Because of course a ball retainer can dribble, because otherwise you won't be able to keep the ball under control. Do you know who a great example is? I don't know if you agree with me.
And he's a good ball carrier as well. Yeah.
I don't know if you agree with me on this, Matt. Dembele, the Tottenham Musa Dembele.
Bro,
his ball retention was a joke.
Bro, it was a joke. Can't get the ball off him. Can't get the ball off him.
It was a joke. It was an absolute joke. But he could dribble because he could take the ball 20, 30 yards up the pitch. But his ball retention was a joke, bro. Like, if he wanted to play games with you, he could play games with you. Yeah. He'd be like, get the ball off me then, innit? Go on, I dare you.
For like, real. If he Someone was said on Neymar. It, of course.
If Dembele was on it, that was his only problem. He wasn't a consistent baller. But if he was having one of them games when he was on it, bro, he would absolutely boss the midfield in that game. Like, you couldn't get the ball off him for strength, for pace.
You just can't get the ball off him.
You just couldn't get the ball off him, bro.
Like, it don't matter what you tried. You ain't getting the ball.
You ain't getting it, bro. Like, it was mad.
Nuts. But yeah, right. We move on to the next caller. He's one of our favourites. He knows who he is. What's going on, Jamie, bro?
Hi, guys. You all right?
Yeah, not too bad, man. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you.
No, good to hear.
You're not in the basement, are you, bro? I thought I was going to see Klopp at the top.
Yeah. Matt's been nice. He's left me water and bread all week, so.
I had to, bro. I had to. Come on, I had to. All right, tell you what, Jay. Your 2 minutes start now.
Right. I just want to say about Newcastle.
Yeah.
I'm glad they got taken over. I'm happy for them because they're an amazing place, an amazing club, and amazing people. So I am happy for them. What I'm not happy with is the Premier League and their bullshit, basically. So the only thing that stopped this deal going through was copywriting and money. Not Human Rights Act over in Saudi Arabia or anything like that. So it's all about money for the Premier League, and sort of makes me want to go, F it, let's just do the Super League in. Because what's the difference? What is the difference? What's the difference now? The Premier League showed their hand. They showed their hand. It's all about money for them. And that's what it's all about in copywriting. That's all they care about. That's all they care about. Their licensing. So let's just do the Super League stuff. Secondly, Salah. Salah's got to sign that new contract. So I'll tell you what, if he don't sign, we have got the best player in world football at the moment.
Agreed.
I don't care what anyone says. Don't care what anyone says. Man's great, and he's going to be great for years to come. He's not even asking for that much money for me. I don't think he's asking that much money. He could ask far more. And I say give it to him. Give the man what he wants. None of the other players in our team are going to care what Salah earns. He's the best player. So just give him what he wants. And if they don't, I am personally going to take a lateral flow test, get an aeroplane ticket, fly to Boston, break through John Henry's doors, take him back to Liverpool, put him in front of the office and make him sign that contract for Mo Salah and get this job done. And when he's finished, he'll be doing another sorry apology like he did last time.
I like that.
Nice one, Jay. Nice one.
I can actually imagine Jamie just grabbing him by the scruff of the neck. You know what it was?
Bro, I fully hear that. But you know what, Jay? We're going to chop that up right now because you made some two interesting points, my brother.
Definitely.
Yeah?
Big up as always, bro.
Take care, Jay. Yeah. Have a great weekend as well, brother. Yeah.
And you guys, thank you.
Yeah.
Big up. I agree with everything in terms of the Salah stuff. We just got to get that done. We have to. And listen, we were speaking about, I think, on it might have even been on the members thing earlier on, Drift. Shout out to all the members. Right now, we've got a Bobby and Mane debate going on in the members. Are we sleeping on the fact that we haven't given them a contract because we've been distracted with Salah? If you're a member, make sure you go check that video out. That video is out right now, people. Featuring your boy Conroy, who's in the chat. What's going on, baby?
What's going on? Just quickly as well, L-Tab says, how you guys feel if Steven Gerrard went Newcastle? We'll answer that after Jamie.
Okay, yeah.
But I leave it on the screen so we don't
forget. Yeah.
Actually, going back to the Salah thing, yes, the signing you deal. And we've spoken about it at length. Like, bro, if he doesn't sign, we're taking a massive step back. We can't replace a Salah like that. You just can't. And the bit that worries me as a Liverpool fan, and we spoke about this again at length, whenever we get someone that's on a superstar level, they always leave. They always do. Whether it was Torres, Owen, Coutinho when he kind of got to a high status, Suarez, but obviously because he was doing some mad stuff. But what worries me is that there's always something with us, bro. Like, why can't we just be a team where? Because I set a tweet up maybe 5-6 months. No, when Van Dijk signed that new deal, do you know what the first thing I said? I said, finally, Liverpool is now seen as a destination. Yeah, where the place you land now.
We're now the West Indies, the Caribbean, rather than like
we're just flying past.
Like, we used to be Butlins or Pontins or one of them ones.
Yeah.
Now we're like the Caribbean.
This is what I'm saying.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's not just a weekend thing now. Now, man wants to spend 2-3 weeks there.
100%.
You know, because you go Butlin for a weekend, but you go Trinidad, Jamaica, Barbados for 2-3 weeks. You go on a proper holiday. You know what I'm saying?
This is what
That's what we are now, bro. We're a destination.
Like,
we're not a weekend thing no more.
Again, we're faffing about, and it's like the man's asking for parity with some of the top earners in the league. Yeah, so you're looking around 350. 380. Prophet Mohammed Salah is the best player in the world. Just give him the damn money. I just find it mad because you know what's so crazy? When it hits summertime, if he still hasn't signed, we all might as well just take a big gulp and just start singing. I don't even know Kumbaya and whatever, bruv, because it's gonna be peak. If he doesn't sign by this summer, we're in some serious trouble.
Deep this quickly, yeah. You lot might agree with me or disagree with me. This is just my opinion. But I always feel like our best player is always the best player in the league. And I know Man U and Man City and all them other fans will argue with me. And that's fair enough. Now, I'm up for the argument. I could be wrong. I could be being biased. But if I go through if I think about the lineage of Liverpool. And I think even if I go back before my time, like Kenny and Barnes, and then I think about my time, and then I think about Gerrard, Fowler, Owen, Torres, Suarez. Like, I always feel like our best player is the best player in the league. Now, there's always an argument, like Ronaldo, Rooney, like there's other players that you can have arguments with, and I'm fully up for that argument because I don't want to be biased. But I genuinely kind of feel like I'm right when I kind of feel like our best player is always the best player in the league when he gets to that level. And Mo Salah's at that level right now. He's following in the footsteps of Gerrard, Torres, Suarez, and he's the best player in the league.
He is.
Don't let him go down the same way they all did, apart from Gerrard, obviously, but where they go and have their best year. They bat it up for us, and then they go and then have their best years somewhere else. Get it done. Like, a lot of people are saying it's already done. I hope you're right.
I really do. It might be a PR team.
When are they waiting for? January? When we're like, why haven't we bought no one? Oh, Salah's contract's done. Like, what are they waiting for?
But you know what? I'll be honest with you.
You know what it's going to be, bro? It's actually going to be, yo, Liverpool fans, Merry motherfucking Christmas. Here's Salah's new contract. Watch.
Probably.
December ain't far away, you know. Hey, Christmas merch coming soon. December's not far away, bro. They're going to be like, Merry motherfucking Christmas, Liverpool fans. Here's Mo Salah's new contract.
It's round the way. And last thing as well that Jamie said as well. Yeah, in terms of like the whole, I think it's the piracy in that. Yeah, I'll put it like this. This is the easiest way for me to say. Yeah, the Premier League, we know they're money hungry. So I'll just, for me personally, anyone that comes in where they think is feasible for the Premier League to make more money, because obviously they'll bring in more sponsorship and more actual money into the Premier League, it's going to benefit them. The Premier League were always going to accept it. They were always going to accept it, in my opinion. So I'm just surprised that it took them this long, but kind of not at the same time. But I think, they managed to knock down that red tape. And
you know, just a quick question for anyone question for anyone in the comments, or even you, Matt, if you know. Because they own a team in the Premier League, are they allowed to have TV rights to the Premier League? Because now I'm thinking, could beIN Sport buy out BT, for example, and actually have the rights to show the games? Is that against the law because they own a team in the league?
I don't think so, no, because beIN Sports will just be seen as a separate company. It may come from maybe Saudi Arabia.
But they own it though, don't they? Don't the people who own Newcastle own the actual beIN Sports company?
No, there was some, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, there was some piracy going on with beIN Sports. I don't know if they actually.
But why would it have anything to do with a takeover if they don't own the company?
No, because they were involved in. It's long to go into.
Yeah, so they are a part of it. They're a part of it somehow, isn't it? That's what I mean. So can they buy the rights to the Premier League now?
Well, we'll find out. I don't think it's going to stop them, because the last thing I read was not beIN Sports. Was it beIN Sports? There's someone else I'm thinking about. But basically, I don't think it can stop them from what it looks like. But money talks anyway. It just does it in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Would you be surprised? I wouldn't be surprised.
No, I actually would think it would be a good thing in terms of they'd probably give us cheaper, because they're so rich, they'd probably give us cheaper rights to the games.
Yeah, that's it. See,
I was right. It probably wouldn't be as much.
It's PSG that own.
Is it PSG that owns?
Yeah, so it's PSG have got beIN, and that's it. And it's Saudi Arabia. Yes, yeah. That's what I think. It weren't them. That's what I was trying to say. It's beIN and not Saudi. It's
okay.
It's thingy. But
well, then why did the piracy thing?
No, beIN is from Qatar. Yeah, Qatar. Not
so
Saudi.
How comes that was what was getting in the way of the takeover then?
No, because what I'm trying to say is, and again, I don't want to put. I don't want to say things that
wasn't that what if the piracy thing was the actual issue? If the Saudis aren't part of beIN Sport and the beIN Sport were the people that had the piracy issue, what is the correlation between?
No, so this is how it works. All right, so let me not use them because I don't want us to get shut down. I'll give you an example. You own Sky Sports, yeah? I don't own Sky Sports, but what I'm doing is I'm finding a way to broadcast your stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
I'm broadcasting your stuff.
Okay.
You're the owner.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
Right.
And I'm calling you up like, yo, brother, what you doing, bro?
Yeah. Yeah, if
Okay,
I got that
okay,
right,
okay,
people. If
okay.
I got that right, let me know if I got that right,
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, I'm
That's
with you.
what
I'm
I
with you.
read. That's what I read it as.
Yeah,
Correct
no,
me
you
if I'm
know,
wrong.
as soon as you said that, it rang a bell of me remembering. Yeah. I've been remembering hearing
Yeah.
about that.
And
Yeah,
so
no, you're right.
John Luiso says yes. Yeah. So okay, I think
Yeah.
I've got that right. Yeah, Saudi allowing party Premier League. That's what I'm trying to say. They were, and again, I don't want
Okay.
to because
Yeah.
it's all done now and whatever. I don't want to get into that because
Yeah.
we don't,
Yeah.
you know.
No. As soon as you said that, that thing went off in my brain of remembering that whole
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we
Um,
move. Actually, no, L tab. Sorry.
yeah.
Apologies, L
I
tab.
wouldn't
Yeah.
have any issue with Steven Gerrard being Newcastle manager whatsoever.
Do you know what? If he goes there and he learns his trade, I wouldn't have an actual problem with it myself because
Not
I
one
still
bit.
know he loves Liverpool. So let's say, for example, he goes Newcastle and does well, and then when Klopp leaves and we want to get him, I don't think Steven Gerrard would say no. I'm staying at Newcastle. I feel his love for Liverpool will always come to the
That'll
forefront.
be
So
a
I
great learning curve.
100%.
And we got to be the only club the only club Steven Gerrard can't be manager of are Everton, Chelsea, Man United. Like if
Yeah.
we really deep it because of rivalry, any of the other clubs, I wouldn't be angry at him. The man's got to work. Do you get what I mean? Like I wouldn't be, and I think on principle, he wouldn't take the Man City job, and he probably wouldn't take the Arsenal job on principle. But Everton, Man U, and Chelsea, they're the only jobs that I will be angry at him for going to take because there's like a loyalty as a Liverpool player and a Liverpool fan where like don't go and be a part of them clubs in it. So
Yeah. And big up Trevor as well. Matt, you're thinking of his own. Yes, at the time, at one point, I was thinking of his own. But then I remembered the other part when I was like, yeah, so I know why they kind of got into the whole piracy thing. But yeah, you were right, Trevor. Safe for that as well. Right. Lord Walker says DVD named Matip the dribbler. He's actually good. Yeah, I saw that. I think they were doing the FIFA 22 rankings or something like that, and Virgil was like, "How can Matip have like I can't remember his dribbling stats off the top of my
we've
head."
seen Matip's dribbling in the training videos and
Bro,
in the
just because he
games,
looks
bro.
a bit, as you say, like a gazelle,
He
yeah.
looks
Bro,
like a gazelle, bro.
it don't mean to say that Matip can't dribble, so he can.
He's just
He can get from A to B. It just might not be as saucy as a Saint Max. You know them ones.
You know what? Francisco's out here just spitting the little bars. I just had to throw that in there. Just
Francisco A
little
says,
swoosh for that.
which is conveniently brought up by Drift, says also Mane needs back pay. Highly disrespected. Best left wing in the Prem. Over 100 Prem goals, no penalties.
Can we actually just address that for a fact that every time he's competing for the top goal scorer with your Aubameyang, with your Mo, with your Kane and all that, them man they are getting 5 to 10 penalties a season to boost up their ranking. I just want to say that because Mane got joint top goal scorer in 18-19 with no penalties, and Mo and Aubameyang were both taking penalties. That is impressive. I don't care what anybody tells me. That is impressive. If you get joint top goal scorer and you never took no free kicks and no penalties, that is impressive. I just want to put it out there. Call in agenda if you want. I just want to put it out there. Yeah, because I'm gonna push that. I'm gonna push that Sadio agenda until he gets a new Ross Clark deal. Because I cannot believe that right now he's on 100 grand with incentives, which we also have to talk about. 100 grand plus incentives, bro. You know what that's like, man? That's like you and me both work in Carphone Warehouse, and we're both great at what we do. Yeah, but you get £200 every day guaranteed. And I get £100 guaranteed, but I can make £200 if I sell as many phones as you do. But no matter how many phones you sell, you get £200 a day. How bad mine is that, bro? So we might get the same wage at the end of the month, but I had to work hard to get it, whereas you just had to turn up, bro. Ain't that bad, mine, bro?
Bro, I hear that. When it comes to that, but again, remember that whole wage thing in regards to Mane being on 100. I do believe no one really knows because funny enough, I've seen other reports where when he signed his latest deal, whenever that was it 20? When was that now? 2018, maybe 2017. I can't remember, but
no, it would have been 2019. If it was a 4-year deal, then it would have been 19.
Was it 2019?
21 now. Yeah, it must have been 2019 when he when he got that new
Yeah,
deal,
sorry, 2019. But some were reporting this in the region of 150. So like so it's like 150.
No, but remember 150 with the incentives.
No, not with the incentive. This is 150.
Bro, I've checked 3 different sources that say Mane's on 100 grand a week base.
Bro, I'm telling you, no one actually
can't
really
be
knows.
wrong, man. They can't all be wrong, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you,
transfer market normally get it bang on as well, but they have Sadio on 100 grand a week before incentives, bro.
Not all the time, because there was something I saw. It might have been with Virgil, and they still got it wrong. It might have been, but
and I just want to say as well, if you look at the front three and how important Mane's been to the front three, Bobby's on 170 basic and Salah's on 200 basic. How can Mane be getting half what Bobby and Salah get, and he's pulled up just as many numbers?
No, I hear you. Obviously, that shouldn't be the case. If anything, you would think as of like Mane and Firmino. Like
There's no way Firmino should be on more money than Mane. No shade, because I love Bobby. There's no way Bobby should be on more money than Mane.
No, I actually agree with that. I think Mane's been more devastating, in my opinion. He's been more devastating.
And before incentives, Bobby's on 80 grand more than Mane. That is a lot. That is a lot, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you,
Mane is on less money than Naby and Ox before.
Should I tell you what? Listen, I don't know who Mane's agent is, but I'm not going to lie, he done a bad job. He just done a bad job. Because you have to keep it real, bro. His agent must have been shocking that day.
Yeah. And on top of all of that, Mane, on only 100 compared to everyone else, every month is sending money back to his village.
No, I hear that. Bro.
All hell King Sadio. What the fuck is man talking about?
I hear that,
this guy's back-to-back African Player of the Year. I swear in 18... 19 and 19, 20, he was African Player of the Year, or 17, 18, 18, 9. I swear he won back-to-back African Player of the Year. This man, what are we paying him? Back pay like a motherfucker. Get it done. Anyway, I don't want to make this a Sadio show. But
Scoop on Football says, we know Mane also competed in 1920 when we won the league. He was like 4 goals off Vardy. That is very true. Himanshu says, was Hazard the best of both dribble-esque in Premier League era?
He's
Hazard's
right
up there. Hazard was an elite.
When it came
dribbler.
to ball retention, Hazard was done.
And dribbling. Hazard could do both. Hazard had it both.
Hazard at his peak. Hazard at his peak.
He's elite.
Could probably.
Well, he talks to anyone.
He could probably sit at the top 20 of all time. At his absolute peak.
Bro, in the in the Premier League era.
In the Prem, he's probably top 5, maybe.
Nah, in the Prem, bro, he's in the Prem. He's probably top 3, easy.
At his actual peak, yeah.
Like
Hazard at his actual peak was just.
He might even be the best. He might even be the best dribbler.
He was. Thierry Henry.
Hazard had better ball retention than Thierry.
That's a conversation.
And better lower center of gravity.
That's a conversation.
So the way he could turn. Don't get me wrong, Henry was sick, but let me give an example.
Zola.
Oh yeah, better than Zola.
You think he had better dribbling than Zola, yeah?
Yes!
I'm not even disagreeing. I'm just trying to think of guys. I'm just trying to think of guys.
It's because we're thinking of Hazard now, and I just think the man just eats burgers and can't be arsed. That's what that is. He just can't be bothered, bro. But you see peak Hazard at Chelsea,
Peak Hazard was disgusting.
But there's a conversation. He's definitely top 3.
Peak Hazard was absolutely stupid.
For me, he's definitely top 3 in the Premier League era. Has to be.
If you gave Hazard Thierry Henry's finishing, we may be talking about Hazard as the best player the Premier League's ever seen. Because I think finishing might be the only thing that let Hazard down. And he had good finishing, but he didn't have Thierry Henry level finishing. Do you know what I mean?
You want elite.
Yeah.
You want elite. Right, let's move on.
We've got one more super chat before we move on.
Yeah, Ahmed says, my guys, has a link to Kall-in. Just join the show. Yeah, the link is it's already in there.
All right, let's stop being selfish, Matt. We're taking away from the people. Let's start getting through them, and then we can drop the link and let a couple more people jump in. Let's keep it moving.
Yeah. Let's get through a few.
Let's keep it moving.
Let's get a few more.
The people are just giving so many great topics that we get
carried
away.
I don't want to keep people waiting. We're going on too many tangents.
Yeah. We're getting carried away.
Yeah. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's roll.
Coutinho for the dribbling, Matt.
Drift. Bro, see, you're getting carried away.
Oh man.
In fact, it's ball potential. But anyway,
Coutinho's a better dribbler than Hazard. But Nettle's Army, what's going on?
What you not saying, man? What you not saying? You guys good?
What's going on, bro?
Yeah, man. Long time, bro. Long time. You good, yeah?
Yeah, man. I've been busy
Cool.
these past few days, man. Past few weeks, been working and that. But big up to you guys, man. You man keep me absolutely every day. I just watch you guys and I'm thinking, yeah, these man are ballers, man. You man need more followers still.
Yeah, love, man.
Appreciate
Love,
that,
man.
man.
Bro,
Right.
bless.
Kazam, we're gonna start your 2 minutes now, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. I did
Cool.
make a promise that I would never talk about FSG until there was something that affects them. And yesterday, lo and behold, Newcastle United hit the belly, and we're fucked. That's the only way I can say it. We're fucked because people need to understand. We couldn't compete with Fulham and Sheffield United. How the fuck are we supposed to be competing with people that have 320 billion pounds? We're done. FSG, man. These man are in the mud right now. And you know what? I'm happy. I'm happy they're in the mud. Sell up, John Henry. Just sell the club. You're not going to compete with these guys. You can't compete with Sheffield United. You can't compete with Bristol City. You can't compete with Birmingham City. Why do you want to keep this? You're not going to compete with Newcastle United. They could offer Mohamed Salah 200 million pounds, and they could offer him 2 million pounds a week. People need to understand FFP is nothing. The last 14 years of Mike Ashley, they've always been in the green. They've always been in profit. That means they can literally, in January, spend 600 million pounds. They can spend that. They could go for Lautaro Martinez. They go for Kimmich. They go for any single footballer in world football. They could offer them 5 million pounds a week, and they would not even be a dent in the money that they have. So that team, do you know who they want? Apparently, they want Nico Barella in January. They want Bellingham. They want Gravenberch. They want Lautaro Martinez. They want Pedro Neto. They want Milan Skriniar. They want Jan Oblak. They want these are the type of players that are going to get in January. Imagine what's going to happen in the summer transfer window. I'm telling you, I'm giving you the prediction right now. Neymar Jr. is coming to Newcastle next summer.
Wow.
Wait, night. Anyway,
what do we do? What do we do? That's the question for you guys. What do Liverpool Football Club do about this? Yeah, safe big man. I ain't gonna get catch. Now that's the question for you guys. What should FSG do? What should FSG do?
No, appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that.
Big up, man. Love as always, man. Love as always, bro.
Have a blessed one, G.
Big up yourself.
Yeah, big up yourself.
Big up. Right, Drift. I guess we'll chop this up. No, all right. So I'll say this, yeah. When it comes to here's the thing. So
I understand PSG are the only team they can't bully.
No, you're right. I understand the concern. I do, yeah. But I will say let's pump the brakes a bit because these things still going to take time. I was having a conversation today when I was like, it depends on the manager that they get as well. It depends on it. The managers, they've got to entice the players to come over to that project, and they've actually got a gel and whatnot. It's going to take a bit of time. However, I will say this though. Carl's Nettle Army's kind of got it spot on in the sense of at some point, whether it's January, whether it's 2 years from now, 3 years from now, they will build a super team. That's what they're here to do. They did not buy this club to beat mediocrity. That's not what they do. They are buying this club to come and mash up everything. And believe it or not, it might be sooner than what we think, because you know how we was talking about, like, they need a couple of players in, like, whether it's January or summertime. It could be a Coutinho. It could be a Jonathan Tah from Leverkusen, the centre defender. But it could even be a Tarkovsky. It could be a Zaha. They need that first phase of players to come in and just do something, right? So whether they make a few waves in the Premier League, maybe get to 6th spot. After that, in the summer, is when they'll really go a bit harder. They might even try and get a Cavani. They might try and get a Lautaro Martinez. They might try and get a Barella and whatnot, and they'll just keep growing and growing. City done the same thing. When Man City came in, they bought a whole bunch of Arsenal players. Remember, they got Sagna, Kolo Toure, Adebayor, Kall-in. They started in the Prem. And then, if I'm not mistaken as well, when was the Robinho signing? Remember when they got the marquee signing?
No, I think Robinho was at the beginning of the Saudis coming because remember they had a big boy that bought them out before when they had Sven-Goran Eriksson. I think the first window of the
that's when they got Robinho and Alano, I think, or something like that.
Alano, Robinho, and one or two others. But that was the beginning of the new because they got taken over twice. Man City are actually really lucky. They got 2 takeovers. Do you know what I'm saying? The thing is, like, if I'm wrong on this one, then I'm not saying this as fact. This is my opinion, and apologies if I offend anybody when I say this because I know we've got a lot of loyal bad boy supporters of our channel and football in general in America. But I feel like when it comes to the businessmen in America, they will always prioritize American sport because they grew up on it and they love the American sports because why wouldn't you? I'm sure any of us, if we grew up in America, the baseballs, the NBA and all that would be our first love. And I think that's the difference between when American owners buy English clubs. They're always more doing it for a business sense because they're not true football people. They're just very smart business people. Whereas if you look at the Middle East, if you look at China, if you look at Europe, if you look at any owner who's from those regions, they adore football. They don't have basketball and baseball and hockey and all those great American sports that they love.
I hear that.
They are football people, and therefore they're buying it to win. Abramovich is Russian. In Russia, football is number one. He didn't come here for business. He came here to take over. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like the Chinese owners, like they come to take over. The Arab, they come to take over. They don't come here for business. They're too rich. They don't care about business. They got enough money and enough business. They don't come here for business. They come here to take over, bro. Whereas Americans, they're ballers.
It's a problem.
But they ain't got that level of balling. So they're more like, well, how can we make this work to make the business better? And again, if I'm stereotyping, then apologies. But I feel like what I'm saying is educated and there's enough truth in it for people to get where I'm coming from. Like, I just feel like that is the reason why there is a massive difference between having an American owner who, let's not get it twisted. If you want to start having a go at FSG about what you think they do in terms of like making sure we win, that's fine. It's just businessmen. It doesn't get much better. Let's keep it $1.50. If you're talking about businessmen, it does not get much better than FSG. They took a club that was only worth 300 million, and we are now worth close to 2 billion. Our kit deal is the best in the world. We now have Dunkin' Donuts and all these little ones. Our whole training kit is littered with sponsors. When it comes to business, you cannot talk to Americans. You cannot. They will take nothing and make it into something. But they don't love football. And that is the big difference. So I've never had anything bad to say about FSG or the Glazers or Kroenke or anything when it comes to business. When it comes to business, you ain't talking to them, man. But they don't love football. They don't love football. The Saudis, like all these Abramovich, these men love football. These men are fans. It's like if one of us had 300 billion. We're going in there and we're like, I don't care what it takes. We are winning. I don't care how much money I lose. I don't care how much money it costs.
It's true.
I don't care.
It's true.
I want to win.
Yeah.
I want to win. And at the end of it,
it's different, bro.
That is it. And that's the difference. So it depends. It depends which way you look at it. It has 2 spectrums. It really does. From a business sense, Abramovich ain't done well for Chelsea. He spent £1 billion with no return. From a business point of view, that is the most reckless spending you could ever do in your life, bro.
I see Abramovich, and dare I say, even Man City, they kind of treat the club as like it's their thing. That's just their thing, and it's like I don't want to use this terminology, but it's like their favorite toy or whatever. And it's like they'll just whatever it needs.
But it's wifey.
They'll do. Yeah,
it's wifey. What do you want, babe?
That's better. That's a better way.
What do you want? What you want? The new Louboutins? What you want? The new Gucci bag? What do you want, babe?
Take
my card. Here's my credit card, babe. I'm not even gonna come with you this time. Here's my card. Bro. You go get what you want.
That's exactly what it is.
Man City to them, man, is wifey. Chelsea to Abramovich is wifey. I'm gonna treat you the best. What do you want, babe? You go do your thing, bro. You go do your thing, bro.
And
That is it, bro.
FSG, they treat us like the side thing because they got wifey, Boston Red Sox. We're the side
I'll
thing.
go one better, bro. We're the stepchild. They'll
See, I
make sure
think
we
it's the
stay
side
alive.
thing.
They'll make sure we stay alive. We're the stepchild.
I think it's for the
They'll
side.
make sure we stay alive, bro.
Nah.
And they've got to pretend they love us. We're the stepchild, bro. That's what we are, bro. We're the stepchild. It is what it is, bro.
Boys, Eden Hazard is only 6 months older than Mo, and Eden's been free rolling for 2.5 years. Eden was a baller, but he peaked at 27.
Yeah, mate. I can't. There's no lies in there.
He might have peaked still. I can't even lie, but I think injuries haven't helped him at all, though. I think getting injured. Remember them ankle injuries that they potentially could be chronic now as well. He's had some bad. Was it ankle? I think it was ankle, wasn't it? He had something.
I think his career was nearly over at one point while he was at Madrid, apparently.
Yeah, it was that bad.
But if you get kicked in the ankle 85 times a game, your ankles are going to give in at some point.
No, it's true. Tahir Qureshi says the Arabs could give Salah 500. You're damn right they could. 500,000 a week, they would. Then they actually would do it. They would test the waters.
And I'm not even going to put it in the water. I'm not even going to piss in the wind. But there's something about the part of the world where commercially it would be sensational for them that I don't even want to even put in the atmosphere of, you know what I'm talking about, but I'm not going to say it out loud because I don't want to make it come true, bro. But he would be a commodity to Newcastle, like differently, bro.
100%.
So we need to hurry up and get that contract done immediately, bro.
Isa Henderson says, facts if US owners not loving the sport will look at the sports that as a portfolio move. If FSG did this to the Boston Sox, they will be getting major heat. So true. But saying that though, they kind of did when it comes to the contract thing, because there was one brother that they had on their books, I think it was in 2020, and he wanted a new deal when they didn't want to cave into his demands, and then he went. I'm trying to remember the name.
There was an uproar for that. It was like the LeBron of baseball or something. I heard that
there was some top guy that they had. I'm trying to remember
which is even more scary because if they're not even gonna like move heaven and earth to make sure they've got the best baseball player and baseball is their first love, what the hell are we gonna do as the foster child?
It's true. It's true.
Bloody hell.
Right. Let me bring on the next caller. Yo, Ram, what's going on, bro?
Yo, what's up, guys? What's up?
You good?
Yeah, what's good? Big up, man.
Yeah, man. Not too bad. Oh yeah, Drifty, I got your message. I didn't read it. I don't use Twitter that much, innit? So
okay. Yeah. No problem.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, we'll reschedule and get you on another one, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't worry, man.
It's okay. But cool. Yeah, man.
I'm gonna start your 2 minutes from now, Rams, yeah?
Yeah. Go.
Cool, bro. All
right. One thing, because it's Klopp, yeah. I was thinking you guys could do like a best 11 that Klopp's ever had. So like players that dedicate their careers to Klopp. That could be like a members chat kind of thing you could do.
Make sure that's the one that you're on right there, bro. There you go.
Yeah, you're right there.
There you go, bro. Right there.
I got a question for both of you. Is that what constitutes a great manager? Because we had a discussion on the terrace, and I had a little bit of a debate with Terry about Shankly, because his barometers of great managers is winning a title back to back and the Champions League. Obviously, Shankly never did that, but Shankly is our greatest ever manager. So, what for you guys? What constitutes a great manager? The second question is, why do Chelsea fans have so much disrespect for Steven Gerrard, or just all fans in general? I don't understand why. And the other two questions are a little bit of they're not football related. The question is, which speech is more iconic? The King Kong speech from Training Day, the Maximus Decimus Meridius speech from Gladiator, or Ezekiel 25:17 from Pulp Fiction? And the last question is, which film soundtrack was the greatest? In my opinion, I think The Last Samurai is the greatest like soundtrack that's ever created.
I haven't seen that film, Ram. Don't be angry.
Alright, Last Samurai's sick, bro.
I haven't seen it.
The best soundtrack, though.
And I'm a Tom Cruise guy, but I haven't seen it. But yeah, have you written those down, Matt? Because I'm gonna forget those.
I haven't actually. I was trying to sort something else out. Hold on. Don't worry, I'm gonna start the timer now. I'm gonna start the timer. Well, I'm tight.
So the soundtrack, you know. Now, you know what? I'm gonna get all cheesy with it and start drawing for like Casey and JoJo from Step Up and that. Oh no, all jokes aside, soundtrack. It's gonna have to be something that's got like a Hans Zimmer, because like he's the master at like making
That's Last Samurai, isn't it? Last Samurai is Hans Zimmer.
Hans Zimmer's on the Last Samurai soundtrack. That makes perfect sense to get what I'm saying.
The Superman one actually was kind of sick. Actually, I can't even lie. What's it? It's not actually called Superman, if that makes sense. It is, but it's called
Man of Steel.
Man of Steel. Yeah. Trying to remember the exact title. That soundtrack.
All right, you know what? Just to be biased, because I know I'm gonna have to wrap my brain too much, I'm gonna say American Gangster's got the best soundtrack of all time because it was basically Jay-Z's album.
Fair enough.
But
that's to me being biased, isn't it? Like just
fair enough. So what's it? So what constitutes as a great manager? Best soundtrack. What was the other two questions, bro? There was another two, wasn't there?
Why do Chelsea fans disrespect Steven Gerrard that much?
Okay,
like say that Lampard's levels above him when he's clearly not.
Yeah.
And which speech is more iconic? King Kong from Training Day, Maximus Decimus Meridius from Gladiator, or Ezekiel 25:17 from Pulp Fiction?
I'm not gonna lie. Training Day is my film though. Still, I can't even lie.
Hey, that is a difficult one because are you not entertained?
Bro,
listen, I'm not gonna lie. That's a tough one. I'm just glad I've actually seen all three films to actually know, because like some people might not even know about.
I'm glad. I can ask that now. For me, it's Training Day. Training Day is the one for me. Has to be.
No, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm actually gonna go Samuel Jackson, Pulp Fiction.
Oh, fair enough.
I'm gonna go Samuel.
I would have gone for Gladiator, honestly. That.
So all three of us have picked.
That is mad. Still, yeah, that is mad.
I would say that scene where like he takes his helmet off and just looks Joaquin Phoenix in the eyes and say, "My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius." Say that, father to a murdered son.
Oh yeah. That is big.
Although Training Day is the only film I've ever watched, and when it finished, I pressed play and I watched it again.
But
that's the only film I've ever done that with. Still,
come on, man.
You know what? That is a bloody difficult one because when I say Pulp Fiction, I think it's
King Kong ain't good.
Do you know why I'm going? Why I'm going Pulp Fiction? I think the reason why I'm going Pulp Fiction is because there was so much comedy, but it was so serious all at the same time. Like somebody died, but the comedy to it, like, and even in the bit in the cafe when he's like, "So why'd you do it?" and he's just like, you think there's gonna be some deep reason. It's like, it just sounds like some cold shit. I say to someone before I blow their head off. It's just like, man didn't even have like a real reason behind it. It was just,
for real.
I don't know, but yeah, that's a good question still. But Ram, brother, we'll chop up the other two football questions right now. Don't pick up yourself as always, brother.
Yeah, guys.
All right, take care, bro. All right, let me give you the first question. So the first question was, what constitutes a great manager, in your opinion?
Yeah, I think when you do the trophy thing, I think that's when you're trying to make it too simplistic. So I agree with Ram that you can't just make it simplistic because, in my opinion, Bob Paisley is Liverpool's best ever manager. But I understand why people say it's Bill Shankly
because Shankly laid down the foundations. Yes.
He's the one that changed the culture. He's the one who made us who we are. And obviously Paisley was under Shankly in order to be able to learn to go on and do what he'd done. So I fully understand why. If you say Shankly, I ain't got no issue with it. But Paisley won back-to-back Champions Leagues. He won like 19 trophies. Like, it's dumb what Paisley did. Like, it's dumb what he did. Like it's dumb.
Like Bob, you know.
It's a difficult one. And I think a great manager is about a multitude of things. Because, all right, I'm not doing this in an analogy way, but I'm just trying to do this to make it a little bit easier for you. What constitutes a great parent? Let's try and look at it and forget about life, but let's just look at it from what it is. Are you a great parent if you make sure that your kid doesn't want for anything? If you make sure your kid has everything? If you make sure that your kid can get all of the education and all the opportunities in life? Are you a great parent? Yes, you are. But let's keep it $1.50. You could do all of that through wealth. So why are you then a good parent if when you really talk to the kid goes, I don't really know my dad. Yeah, like he's always at work. Like I don't hang out with him.
I hear that.
He doesn't take me anywhere. He does. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what about a dad who struggles? What about a dad who struggles his arse off and he never ever gets to go Disneyland? That kid ain't even never been beach, Matt. Like you talk about a beach and the kid will be like, nah, I've never been Brighton, I've never been Bournemouth, I've never been Margate, I've never been Blackpool. Like, I ain't even been to the beach, you know. But that kid knows unconditional fucking love. That dad tucks that kid in every single night. That dad reads to him. That dad sits down and does his homework with him. That dad is there for him. That dad rides out like no matter what is going on. If that kid is down, that the dad even knows when his son ain't even being himself and he'll come in the bedroom and be like, and he'll sit on the bed and be like, son, is everything all right? And like, the kid just breaks down. He can trust in his dad. He can confide in his dad. He goes to his dad for anything. But he's broke. He don't get nothing. He ain't got the new PlayStation. He ain't got nothing. What constitutes a good parent, man? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's a very thin line between what is what. And I will put a manager in the same breath without it being as serious, because obviously parenting is a lot more serious. Like, if you win loads of trophies, but it was because you had bare money, or do you get what I mean? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
When a lot of Liverpool, like Jamie Carragher said that the best manager that he ever worked for was Gerard Houllier.
Yeah, he did.
But he won the Champions League with Benitez, bruv.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, but he said it was because Houllier made him feel better about himself.
This is what I was going to say.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's a very subjectual thing for me. Like,
and
I think trophies is too much of an easy way to.
You're right. Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Like, I think it's too easy to quantify being a great manager with trophies. I think there's got to be so many elements. All right, mods assemble.
Yeah, I've already told them, man.
There's too many elements to it in order for you to really put it down to one thing. That's just me personally, though. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't know if you understood the father analogy in terms of me just trying to, like, because I will say making sure your kid gets a great education and always has everything they want and all that. That would be like having the rich owner where, as a manager, you've always got the money. You can go and buy anybody you want. And if there's a problem, you can fix the problem anyway and all that kind of stuff. But then being the father that will sit down and do the homework with the kid, unconditional love, you're there, your kid can come to you and talk to you about anything you want. That'll be the manager who goes into a club and he's got no money, but he's just got to make sure he gets a formation that works with the players he's got, gets the best, puts an arm around the player, make sure the player feels good about himself, gets the best out of that player. You'll even think, wow, I didn't know that player was that good. Maybe he ain't that good. It was actually the manager who made him feel good about himself. He elevated that player above a level. That player didn't even know he could play. Like, what do you constitute? Because I think it's just too easy to just get glory hunting with it and go, how many trophies did you win? That makes you the best. Do you get what I mean? Like, so I don't know, bro. I think that's a very, I don't know,
mods, man. Assemble, please, mods.
Yeah. They're spamming.
Assemble. I'm gonna have to start banning up all the. You know what? Furthermore, let me just quickly do my thing now. Let me just get rid of some of them now, because they're getting on my damn nerves. Getting on my nerves, bro. I don't know what's going on here. What is going on
in the chat? Patience for the foolishness. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't even get it. Like, I genuinely don't even get it, if I'm being completely honest with you.
Telling me. Mods, I'm not gonna lie.
Hendrik is saying if you get the best out of your players, that makes you the best.
I don't know.
No, I'm never gonna lie. It is definitely boredom if you can just come in and here's the wickedest thing, guys. When you lot say put it in slow-mo, don't get me wrong, we get where you're coming from. But what slow-mo also does is it affects normal people who are very good viewers of the show that may want to have more than one contribution to the chat. So it's very difficult to just go slow mode. But then somebody might want to say two things within a certain amount of time, and they're putting in something that's actually beneficial, and they can't now because we've had to slow mode the chat. So it's very difficult, you know what I mean? But we'll get through it. Mods assemble as always. I'm not even gonna lie, I don't have any mods in the chat right now for real, because that was actually kind of mad that Matt had to get so involved there. Mods, where you at?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know where they are, bro. I'm just out here just blocking out bare people.
Where you at, son? Come on, mods, man. We might have to bring in some new mods. Don't tell me you got to do a transfer thing. Come on, mod.
Innit? For real. There's just a bag of them. Anyway,
but you get where I'm coming from on the manager thing, though, man. Innit?
Well, 100%. Yeah, but I'm not going to go into it now. I think you kind of explained it perfectly. And I just think even just to quickly add to that is that it also depends on, as you said, circumstances as well, and what they were under and how they achieved it. So, as again, it's not just about how many trophies.
I didn't actually know that. We'll look into that. I didn't realize there was a 10-second slow mode. So we'll look into that.
I didn't know that
either. You know what? Disclaimer, Cal normally deals with the chat, innit? So Cal mods you up, Cal, all of that. So obviously, you know what I mean? We'll get into that. We'll get on that.
I'm gonna start jumping on that team now though, because
Channing, hit us up, bro, and we'll put you on a mod thing as well.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If you wanna be a mod, DM me as well on
we know we're saying so. Jeff, basically, underdog managers are rated higher than managers in big teams. No, not necessarily, because I will look at a manager like Pep or Klopp, for example, who have had big clubs, and they improve players. And this is the reason why I back Pep a lot in the argument. Even though Pep does go to teams where they're meant to win and they have great players and he's got a lot of money at City as well, Pep improves players massively and he has a style of play that is very unique. You cannot tell me that if you watch a Pep team, you don't know it's a Pep team. You do. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, straight up and down, you know it's a Pep team. You have to credit that. You can't take away that credit because he's got loads of money. Do you get what I mean? Because that would be like a guy being really intelligent and doing brilliant at school and coming out of school with A+ grades in everything, but then turn around and going, oh yeah, but you didn't have any problems at home and it was easy for you to do that because your parents are rich and they could just get you the best. It'd be like, no, but you can't take the credit away from the man who still got the A+. He still took the test and he still got the A+. Do you get what I'm saying? Being rich don't mean he's smart. He could be stupid with money. You get what I'm saying? Like,
no, facts.
You get what I mean? It doesn't always correlate like that. So you've got to put things in place to just be a little bit more sensible with it. It makes it a bit easier, but I think it's very disingenuous to go, oh, because you've got money, you're great. Because let's keep it $1.50. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer apparently is getting all this heat right now. Ain't he got bare money? Because since he went to Man United, they've been spending bare money. All they've been doing is spending money.
They always spend money, though.
So why is that not correlated into trophy? Like, Solskjaer's had bare money now, and they ain't correlated into trophies, bro. So there's a perfect example for you where money don't always make it what it is. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, for real.
Yeah.
So, right.
Big up everyone for the patience in the chat still.
I appreciate
that was, and to be honest, if you see the spammers, I don't like to be rude to anybody, but to the spammers, that's pussy old movements, yeah? And keep your ass foolishness to yourself, man. Like, what is that? Like, what is that? What are you getting?
I don't know how people have got time for
like, come on, man. Come on.
I'm not going to lie. Just to let people know, I'm going to make sure there's some new mods up in here as well, Carl. I don't know what happened today. I'm not going to go at the mods, but I'm just saying we might need some more. Might need some more still. So we got you lot, as I said before, DM me on Twitter if you want to be a mod, and I'll try and make as many mods as possible. Obviously, I will choose them carefully. We will choose them carefully, but I kind of know a lot of you in the chat. In fact,
some of the mods might not even
99% of the people in the chat are just blessed. You just get the 1% that's just going to be just start mashing up the team by being stupid, man. Like, we ain't got time for this. Like, come on now.
Yeah, and this is a great point that Sam Max is making as well. Pep can manage the egos. That is definitely a manager quality. If you can get a bunch of superstars, but get them to play as a team, because it's very difficult, which is what Oli might be struggling with now, having Pogba, Bruno, Ronaldo, all in the same team. It's very difficult to get people with loads of egos to all move in the right direction, which is one thing I will say that actually puts, what do you call it? Lampard again. Look how much money he spent. He got sacked. what puts Klopp at the top of the pile as well is the fact that Klopp actually really does that psychoanalysis map where he will look at you and he wants to know that you've even got the right mentality. You could actually be a Lionel Messi,
for real.
but if you're going to come in and be an idiot and disrupt the harmony of the team, Klopp wouldn't want you, you know. I actually feel that's one of the reasons why I didn't bring Coutinho back, because he probably feels like the mentality he showed to do what he did when he ducked out actually made him not a team player. Therefore, I don't want you around, if that makes sense. Because it was like, you did that one time, you might do it again,
You
innit?
might do it again. No, that's true. That is true. Actually, do you know what, actually? I forgot to answer my man's Ramsey's last question. No, it was the Lampard thing. Why do they hate Lampard so much? Or sorry, hate Gerrard so much?
Gerrard.
Do you know what it is? It's simply because
he's better than
their
Lampard.
mind, he's just better than Lampard, and that's their idol. That's their guy. And they just can't hack the fact that Gerrard was just better than Lampard. Lampard was an amazing goal-scoring midfielder. There is no denying that. That's actually factual. But as a player, Steven Gerrard was a better player. He was more decisive, in my opinion. And if you needed someone to kind of take you there, Gerrard was that guy for you. In any situation, he was that guy. Lampard as well had a team that was built around him that allowed him to flourish. Makelele and Essien, come on, brother. But again, that's taking nothing away though from Frank Lampard, because again, Lampard is sick, but you have to also understand some of the players that Joe was playing with up until he got to an Alonso and Mascherano. Gerrard didn't have no one that he could really talk to. So.
You know what? Yeah, Ahmed, big up yourself for this super chat. This is quite interesting. He says, you know, my bro Jiff, but Pep cannot manage egos. He needs a yes man that will not challenge his authority. Ask Yaya, Zlatan, and Samuel Eto'o. Now, those three players are absolute elite ballers. But there's one thing I will say about their attitudes, yeah? Samuel Eto'o does have an ego that is massively inflated. When I've seen some interviews with him, he really is into himself, more than I even realised he was. Yaya Toure kicked up a fuss because he didn't get a birthday cake. That is different level ego. Like, you ain't 5, big man. Birthday cake. Who goes to work and gets angry they didn't get a birthday cake? I'm not going to lie. Once you're older than 10 or 11 years old, you shouldn't even expect a birthday cake. Like, let's just keep it real, yeah?
That's true. That is
How
true.
can a big man be vexed he didn't get... And Ibrahimovic said, why should I get my girlfriend a present? I am her present. She should be happy being Zlatan's girlfriend. But that is a level of ego that I don't even know how you deal with that, bro. Like, imagine if every time it was wifey's birthday, Matt, you just went, you're with me. Shut the fuck up. That's your present. Bro, what are we talking about here?
That's mad. That is mad.
What are we talking about
No, that
here,
is
bro?
mad, but bro,
so those egos there are like stratosphere egos. You get what I'm
egos
saying?
In football are always crazy, though.
Yeah.
Right, Jiff, I don't know if you saw my message, but yeah, it's kind of
yeah. Do your thing.
It's actually I'll tell you soon because it's actually kind of bad still, bro. So we might even have to end shortly, you know. I can't even front what I'm hearing, bro. My mind's not even on it today. I can't even lie after hearing that. But apologies, people. There's just some stuff going on. Where is it? Zubiri. Is it Zubiri? Yeah, I'm bring on Zubiri now, bro. Bring on Zubiri. Zubiri, what's going on, bro?
Tell me you guys, man. What's up? FSG
what's going on, bro?
Matt out, Zane in. That's
That's a Matt out, Zane in, you know. What's going on, bro? What's going on,
bro? Yeah, no, I'm good. I just pulled up from work. I was on in traffic the whole way, man. But yo, you guys are my G's. Matt, I was gonna come for you, but you, man, came for FSG. You know I'm FSG in. I'm in New York. I'm a big Red Sox fan, man. Big Celtics fan.
Yeah.
FSG got to stay in. And I hear my points, though.
Okay. I'm gonna start the timer now, Zubiri, though. Yeah, I've got to start the timer, yeah? All right, cool.
My question is fan related. So I'm a Liverpool fan, right? I'm in America. You guys are Liverpool fan. I don't know if you guys are in Liverpool, but I know you guys are not Scousers. So is there beef between Scouse fans And like other fans around England, like, man, y'all ain't original fans because y'all ain't from Liverpool. And is it all Liverpool fan in England versus us over here? Because I think that's just to bring Liverpool over here, man. I want to see him in like, Yankee Stadium. I want to see him in Fenway Park. I want to see my team without flying to England. And y'all are so spoiled. You're like, nah, get these Americans out of here. Doing Southern accent. You don't even know. You don't play with that Southern accent. So when Cal do it, I'm like, yo, why is Cal doing this, man? We don't do that Southern thing. My son lives in the South. I hate calling him because he hit me with that accent. I'm like, man, this is like sounds like a slave owner. I'm like, yo, come on, man. But is there like tension between the fans in that regard, where you have the Scouts fans and then you got like some fans in London probably? Because y'all don't give us a lot of love over here, man. Y'all don't know football. We do know football. We do love football. It's just we don't care about trophies. We care about money. So that's why we came over there for that bread. We don't care about trophies. I do as a fan, but they don't. So as long as we never get relegated, we never go bankrupt, I'm cool. Give me one trophy every 4 years. I'm cool, bro. We've won 17 years, bro, with no trophy at all. I mean, I think it was like 30 years, no Premier League. Bro, come on, man. Cut him some slack. That's all I'm saying.
hear you.
I hear you, bro. I hear you, man.
Some slack. That's all I'm saying. It's a business. It started with a sport, but it's going into a business. Come on, man. You want to play sports? Bro, go do that thing with Adrian and Carius. You know what I mean? In the backyard, in the park life. You like this sport, go kick Sunday league with them, man. This is business. So what we talking? We're talking sports or business?
Hey, right. You know, we're gonna chop that up now. We'll talk about it now. But I appreciate that, bro. No, that's a good one. I like that.
Love,
Matt,
bro.
next time I see you, Matt, I'm coming for you.
Bro, bring it. No, bring it, bro. Bring it. I see you as well, bro.
Your Tato one wonder goal ain't saving you, bro. I'm telling you. That wonder goal, that weak foot volley, bro. It ain't even on the same level as Origi half volley in that final. I'm telling you.
I tell him.
Win Champions League final. Game is already wrapped up, man. Banged in some weak foot volley and did the Cantona celebration now.
This brother coming for Naby for no reason. But it's cool, though. It's cool, Sabiri. I'll see you again. Don't worry.
Yo, we'll see you, man. I'll see you. Hey, bless you, man.
Take care, bro. Love, bro.
Big up, bro. Big up, man. Make sure you jump on again, man. Love.
Yeah, make sure next week's
I told you guys to get me on the debate, man. I don't do socials, man. I'm
okay.
place between Rastafari and Agori, so it's I can't go to social media. You know what I mean? But I have an email, man. Just get in contact and get me on the panel, man. I'm ready.
Cool.
Big up, man.
We'll
bless,
do, bro.
bro.
We'll do, bro.
Bless.
All right, then, man.
All right,
Peace.
All right, then, brother.
Man,
Take care, bro. Have a blessed weekend, man.
I'm sorry, Matt, but literally because every time you lot think, hey, listen, I'm just saying, Origi gets the wrist all the time. Anytime anyone comes here and shows some love, I've got to drop it, bro.
You're always gonna back. You're always gonna back someone that backs Origi. But no, do you know what though?
Listen.
Do you know what? Fair play to Zabiri because, all right. So when it comes to the whole the fan base thing, I mean, I can't speak on that personally because obviously we've been out to Liverpool various times and we haven't had any problems with the Scousers. Do you know what I mean? But in terms of with our owners, though, I don't know. Like, I don't think they look at it like that personally. I just think they look at Liverpool, which is Liverpool. I don't think they kind of segregate them off in terms of who lives where and where the demographic is. So the Scousers.
No. But
do you know what I'm saying? Because
I'm going to tread carefully with this because I don't want to upset any Scousers. But I think the older generation of Scousers maybe are still stuck in that mentality where they want their club to themselves.
Maybe.
And I'm not even going to say that they're wrong for it. I'm just going to say that that's what they feel like. I think the new generation of Scousers realize just how important a worldwide fan base is. So I think it's a generational thing. I think it's a generational thing. And I think James is one of the prime examples. James doesn't care where you're from. Well, you and me support the same team. We're brothers. Straight up. Because James is new generation. If you talk to a 50-year-old Scouser, he might still be on that flex of like, I don't want no one here who ain't from the area, and because we do get it. We do get it. A lot of times when a Scouser of a certain age will go, oh, that's a funny Scouse accent, and you'd be like, what's that got to do with anything, bro? What has that got to do with anything? Because you're still stuck in the Stone Age where you don't realize that what makes Liverpool so great is its worldwide pull. We just spoke to Tabiri, that's in America. That's beautiful. That is beautiful for me, but I think as London-based Liverpool fans, we have that feeling of we're all in it together, and we don't think the way those old school generation Scousers think. Do you get what I'm saying? So for me, I think no matter where you're from, it's all love, because I am part of what you are. But I'm a non-Scouse Liverpool fan. We're all in the same boat. Even though we're in England and you're in America, we're in the same boat. And what this show has done for me, and having the channel that we have that's beautiful, is it's allowed me to realize just how big Liverpool's fan base stretches. I knew it was big, but this show has let me know. We get people hitting us up from South Africa, from India, from Pakistan, from New Zealand, from America, from every reach of life, everywhere you can think of. And to me, that's amazing.
No, of course it is. That's how it should be, though.
Of course.
That's how it should be. That's exactly how it should be. It should be, because, do you know another reason how I look at it as well? Zabir as well, if you're watching this, drop me a message, bro, in the private chat. I've just sent you a message in the private chat, Zabiri. I know you're backstage, so if you can read that, Zabiri. But talking about that logic, it's like saying, all right, and if we're gonna go by that logic of what you just said, like from 50 years ago or whatnot, that means no one in the Liverpool team should be, if they should only be Scouse then, isn't it? It's that whole same thing of like, one of our best players is Egyptian, one of our best players is from Brazil. It's like we're multicultural. The whole point of Liverpool and any club in today's age, especially,
Matt,
is multicultural, bro. That's what it should be about. It shouldn't be about like this exact demographic. So it's like, okay, cool. So because I was born in London, that means I have to support a London club. Well, no, I'm gonna support who I support.
Yeah,
and that's how it should be. And no one should have an issue with it. But I do understand, maybe years gone by before our time, it might have been a bit different. And you know what I mean? I can't put words in people's mouths, but you hear things and whatnot. So, do you know what I mean?
And here's the wickedest thing as well. Like for all the people, we look at all the love from around the world, man. Dublin, South. Like here's the wickedest thing as well. Yeah, this is what I love about living in London. That I notice when I leave London as well. London is so multicultural that I could just be walking down the street and hear a language I don't know, but I have absolutely no issue with that. And I think when you leave London, you think, oh, raw. Like, especially if you go to certain part of England, like, wow, this is English. And in London, we forget that sometimes. I love the fact that I could get a new job tomorrow and there's 10 people at my job. One of them could be South African. One of them could be North African. One of them could be South American. One of them, and I'm like, raw. And I can have cultural talks with people and all different, and I love that. So that's just how the world should be, man. That's just how the world should be, man. Like, it is what it is. Like, obviously, Malad Demo in the building, there's always going to be a little bit more love for your own, because that's what we know, but we love everybody. And I think we've shown that on this channel, and I think a lot of football fans in general show that, like, we're a family. If Liverpool fans know one thing, we are a family. It don't matter where you're from, what your background is, what your religion is, what colour your skin is, we are a family. It is what it is.
Agreed, yeah.
It is what it is, man. So we keep it moving, and we wait for the older people who might be a little bit more out of sync, out of tune, to just kind of realise they've got to stop the madness. That is what it is, man.
Indeed. Right, I'm going to bring in the next last couple of callers in now. Bring on Dean first. What's going on, Dean, bro?
Yeah, man. You guys good?
Yeah, bless, man. Yourself,
bro.
Yeah, I've been waiting for a while. You guys, as most of like, I think for the past 2 weeks, I've been missing the whole thing, man. I've been missing. I've been coming
Oh
on
shit!
late.
Yeah, nah,
Now,
Yeah,
bless
man.
up,
apologies,
Yeah,
man.
bless man.
Apologies you've been waiting as well. Like, it's been a bit of a mad show today, so apologies for the
yeah,
waiting. So apologies, bro.
yeah.
But yeah,
Crazy.
I'm gonna start your 2 minutes now, Dean. That's all right, yeah?
Okay, cool. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
cool, cool, cool.
I'm really concerned for my first point about our club. It's not really, yeah, we've been winning this season. I mean, I think now you can even see how we can't even protect a win now. We're so shaky. It's not the defense, it's the midfield. And I've been saying this from the beginning of the whole season, saying, guys, we all these guys are old. I know I love Hendo, I love Keita, I love Oaks, but we need to let these people go. Hendo can do a Milner. He can come in here and there, just to add depth and the captaincy. But because he doesn't have the ability that our team needs at the moment in
Yeah,
actually like in terms of gameplay. Yes, he's got a good speed. He's a fighter. He's a leader. But he's not the person to actually take us to the finishing line. I'm really concerned, and I'm also concerned about Jota, his ability. If he's not scoring goals, his output. What else can he offer? I'm concerned. Firmino, I think I can give him a break. He's not. I mean, it's just a confidence thing. So I want to also tackle Chiesa. I think we need a guy. I think we need Chiesa guys. I've been watching him, especially on the bra. He's a baller. That guy can solve our problem, especially in the midfield. He can solve our problem for a while because the defense. So we just need maybe a good right back, to cover for Trent, and then make it easy for Trent. So I've got two questions that I want to ask you. What
yeah.
constitute a good player? Is it achievements like what did the trophies they won and whatnot? Because from here we see things differently. I look at how players perform in the pitch, like regardless of what they want, just the ability to play. Okay, and also, yeah, and also my last question.
I'll let you have it. Go on. I'll let you have it. Yeah, go on.
Okay, cool. My last question. Um, do you think it's time that we actually completely change the tactics? Are you happy with how we're playing right now? So those are the two
Okay.
questions.
Cool.
Well, big
Nice
up
one,
as
Dean. I'm just
always,
write them
bro.
down still. Big up,
Okay.
Dean. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that.
Love, bro.
Cheers.
Make sure you try to come on next week as well, Dean, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah?
Thanks,
Alright,
guys.
cool, bro. Alright,
Big up,
take
man.
care, bro.
Big up.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a moderator as well.
I said
Yeah. Hit us
yeah.
up and we'll put you on that, bro.
Yeah.
Hit us up and
Message me, Dean. Message me, yeah? Message
we'll
me.
put you on that. We'll put you on that, bro.
Cool.
Cheers.
Take care, bro.
All
Right.
right. Change up the tactics.
Yeah, what you saying?
I'm all right for changing the tactics as long as we don't go to a three at the back. I hate three at the back.
I don't really like. The thing is, three at the back, it can work, dude, in my opinion.
I know,
I don't know if I would go to that formation.
Bro,
But
three at the back for me. Three at the back for me is like a girl in kitten heels. I just don't like it, bro.
Bro, three at the back could bring stability.
Other people might think it's cool, but I don't like it, bro.
Let me ask you this, yeah. Other than 4-3-3 and 4-2-3-1, which it's like some people don't even seem to realize, them two formations are actually so similar. You're just basically you're basically moving one midfielder to the 10 spot. And I know it's a big and a small thing, but it's not radical. If you're gonna change tactics, in my opinion, you might have to be a little bit radical. So
I'd rather a 4-4-2 diamond than a three at the back.
But that's a good answer, though. That is a good answer. I'm just saying, like, some people will sit there and go, we'll just go 4-2-3-1. It's like, no, I hear that, but 4-2-3-1 isn't that much different. Because again, in 4-2-3-1, some people might even say, depending on the players you have, you're also kind of conceding possession because you're going to have a two-man midfield. You're going to have two DMs sitting a bit deeper because your number 10 is going to kind of float in between the attack and midfield. So you're kind of conceding possession a little bit, maybe with a 4-2-3-1. 4-3-3, you're trying to dominate. With a 4-4-2 diamond, again, you're trying to dominate the middle, but then you're leaving spaces on the flanks, and you're hoping that your fullbacks can kind of do the business for you, which they kind of do anyway. So I'm all for changing, though. I do think there are times when, even during the game, I've got no issues going for free. If we've like done our work on the training ground, why can't we go free at the back? Why can't we do a 4-4-2 diamond during a game where we just kind of like we confuse the opposition? Because we don't really do that. What we normally do is, if a player's not playing well, do you know what? Mana, you're not playing that well today. Yeah, Jota, you come on. Yeah, Jota, you're not coming on. You're not playing very well. Thingy comes. It's like, you know what I mean?
no, I hear that. I hear that, man.
Salmon Skate says, born and raised in London, but live in Cali now. Liverpool is the constant in my life. Love the club and the city. It's always meant more #family thing.
You know how much I relate to that. Real talk. I love all my family, friends, missus, all that. I love everyone. But Liverpool's actually been the biggest constant throughout the whole thing. That's actually so true when you really think about it.
Liverpool always here. Last question.
I could go a week or two without talking to my brother. And you know already, me and my brother are close, bro. But I can go a week or two without talking to him. I can't go a day without checking on Liverpool news.
No, I hear that.
Bro, it's real, bro.
I hear that. If someone said to you can't check Liverpool news for a day, you're actually going to probably start having some flipping sweats, bro.
What? I can't check any Liverpool news for a whole day.
Especially, imagine if someone said that to you in the summer as well, transfers as well.
What are we talking about, bro? No, ban that.
There you go. The other question from Dean was, what constitutes a good player as well? For me,
skill and output, consistency.
Yes, ability, and then ability to kind of... In fact, you know what? It's not just ability. It's ability that goes along with drive, mental capacity, and not only that, how good are you on the biggest stage? And can you even can you play at the highest level? And when I say highest level, can you be world class? Can you be international class? That's, for me, makes a good player. If you've got the ability and the mental capacity to do it, and do it for a consistent amount of time as well, that constitutes a good player. Because there's been players that have had great seasons and then they fall off. So we might say, yeah, they're all right, but they weren't amazing. He was all right. Yeah, he's decent, but you won't say he was... Well, you might say he's good, but you more likely say he's decent. Cedric Lopez says, big up Kop-ish, hardest working channel. I appreciate that, man. We always bring you the stuff each and every time.
Every time. Matt,
and if you want to answer that,
give me 1 minute to just go toilet real quick. Yeah, give me 1 sec. I'll be back in 1 sec. Bro.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring up a few more comments as well before we bring on the last two callers. Carl. Obviously, Carl, you agree with Gifty. Carl says 4-4-2 diamond. And even Naldo says Mo and Jota top in a 4-4-2. Red Cannon says 3-6-1, everyone passing to Salah, you know. That's a mad thing. Hassan Malik says, hopefully this Jota injured. He's not serious, fingers crossed. Yeah, I heard about Jota. Him having some muscle injury, but I don't know much about it. So I really hope that it's not serious. The last thing we need again is more flipping injuries, man. Flipping now, it's just getting long with all these injuries, man. What's this? Naldo says, cry bare tears when Chelsea beat City and confirm we won the league. Hey, listen, man got mad emotional, you know, when we won the league, bro. Like, mad emotional. It was crazy. I can't even front because we were just waiting for this moment as Liverpool fans for so long, and it finally happens. And I think what was kind of mad as well is we were able to kind of just sit back this time and not be, because obviously, as you said, it was a Chelsea game, innit? So we'll obviously want them to win. But when your team's not playing and you're kind of relying on someone else, it's kind of different. So you're watching the game a bit different because we're thinking like, right, if they can do it, it's a bonus. But you want to know something? Like, we're hoping anyway that we win our games and we'll win it. But yeah, man, they've done the business for us still. But we already kind of done it ourselves. Let's not take anything away from us on what we did. Do you know what I mean? Dean, big at yourself, Dean. It was just on the show a minute ago. He says, smash the like button, people. Dean's already told you. Am I gonna tell you again? Come on, man. Smash the like, people. We're always here. John the second says, never mind player of the month. Man like Mo is gonna be player of the year and golden boot winner. Bro, I'm never gonna get into that whole Ronaldo winning player of the month. I'm not gonna front. Biggest scam so far this season. And that's not taking anything away from Ronaldo, by the way. Ronaldo has had a good start to his Man United career. But Mohamed Salah has had a sensational start to this season. So I'll leave that there. C1 LDN says big up positive man, Matt man every time. Big up yourself, bro. Big up, big up. What's this? Oh. Yeah. Justin Ulysses kind of says it. He says, "Why do our players seem to get injured during the international break?" Bro, I don't know. It's jarring. I'll say that it's jarring. Mad jarring. Every time there's some type of international, someone comes back injured. It's just getting stupid. Like I don't know what's going on generally, but I can't take more injuries already, man. But I'm hearing the Jota thing again. It's like I don't know how serious it is, but I don't think he's played since he's been in such a duty. So, or if he has, I don't know when he puts out the injury. It's mad. It's mad.
Did I just hear injury?
Apparently, Jota's got an injury, a muscle injury. I don't know how bad it is or whatever. It's kind of mad.
Don't even start that shit.
Super chat as well from Antio Chill Dark Knight trilogy, the best soundtrack ever. Oh, that goes up in there. I can't forget Dark Knight. Can't forget Dark Knight.
That soundtrack is big still.
It's big. Right, let me bring on Adnan. What's going on, bro? Sorry to keep you waiting, G.
No problem. What's up, guys? How y'all feeling?
What's up?
Yeah, not too bad, bro. Not too bad. Yourself?
I'm doing good. So I wanted to talk about the
bro. Before you start, sorry, bro. Just before you start, your beard is elite, fam. I can't even lie.
Thanks,
man, look at the Nah, this is what you call that's the Ricky Rose beard.
I get that a lot.
No, bro, your beard is elite. It's making mine look a bit. I need to go back into the kitchen, fam. But no, sorry, Adnan, your time starts now, brother. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, I just wanted to talk about the international break and suggestions to make it better. FIFA actually posted a couple weeks ago that you could go on their site and tell them how to change it. Because I hate all the injuries and how it kills momentum. So I think that the season should go from August to April instead of May, and just have an international month in May, and just no international breaks during the season. I think they could still get a 38-game season in that way. If not, take away a couple games. And they also were trying to expand the Club World Cup because they took away the Confederations Cup. But I think a better idea would be like a Continental Cup a year before the World Cup, where you have like the best of Asia versus the best of Africa, and then the best of South America versus the best of Europe, instead of like what they used to do with the Confed Cup. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's a good shout, man.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Especially the first question, man. We chopped that out now, but that's a good question. I mean, that's a good statement, bro. I'm actually quite. I like that. I like that, man.
Yeah, so I like the tournaments, but like all these breaks and the injuries.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Because there's got to be a way that like
to cut back.
Yeah, bro. Every time we got international duty, one of our players, they always come back. It's always someone.
Yeah.
And it's like, we can't keep doing this, man. And what's so mad is that we've had the whole, obviously, we're still going through it now. We're still recovering, like, you know, in the world, like, as humans from a killing virus, And what's so mad is these internationals are taking place like you've never seen them before. It's like they're almost trying to catch up on lost time. It's
like South America are doing 3 internationals now. And like some of our Brazilian players might miss that Watford game.
Yeah,
the responsible thing to do would have been to postpone the World Cup, but you know it's all about money. Just postpone the World Cup a year.
Yeah.
100%. 100%. But no, we chopped that up now, though, bro. Great points, man. We chopped that up now, bro.
All right, man. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, same to you, bro. Take care, man.
You too, bro. Peace.
Right, stay blessed, bro.
I like that idea, you know, Matt. If you think about how many international games you play throughout the season, right? If you just have a block part at the end of the season where you just play those games.
Yeah, because he said May, yeah. And why not?
Yeah, have the tournament in May, end the season in April, and forget all those week breaks that you take. Bro, I like that idea. I really like that idea. I feel like the international break. And that way, the actual manager who's international manager would get the players for a longer amount of time. Like he's like a dad who isn't allowed visiting rights, and then he just gets to see his kids every now and again. You don't really know your kids like that.
For real.
You need to have your kids stay with you for a long period of time. Learn their habits, what they do, what they don't like. You just have your kid once a week, once every weekend, every 2-3 months. You don't know your kid. International manager must feel the same. Like he gets the players randomly every now and again for a very short period of time. He doesn't know the players. He can't get that. I like that. I think that would be a really good way to do things, man. I like that.
Yeah, same. I actually really like the idea as well because I just think at least then the season's done and you ain't got to worry about, obviously, if players get injured, it's not going to affect your season. There's too many times players from all clubs have gone away and it's affected their actual season. Like the actual season. And it's unfair, man. Like this keeps happening. As I said before, we're still recovering, yeah, from a killer virus. And they just want the players to keep traveling all around the world for these massive tournaments. Not once thinking maybe we should postpone one or two just for safety reasons, bro. But you know what it is? As Adnan says, money talks, and that's the issue. So, yeah, that's how I see that one. Right, I'm going to bring on the last caller. And it is the one and only Abs. Yes. Oh, you're on mute, Abs, I think. No, you're off mute now. Yeah. Cool. What's going on, bro? You right?
What's going on, bro?
I'm chilling, man. Just had to pattern a few things, put the curry goat back in his place, you know how it is.
Yo, what's on your mind, though, Az? What's on your mind, bro? I'm going to start your 2 minutes now, yeah?
All right, say no more. Well,
cool.
Man's got an unpopular opinion. Over the last 10 years, the most overrated footballer have to be Gerard Piqué. I'm sorry, the guy is not a good defender. He just really isn't. He was carried by Puyol and Avidal. He just ain't all that. And then this is something that me and Drifty probably going to agree on. The best player to ever play in the Premier League is none other than the dirty gentleman, DB10, Dennis Bergkamp. And last thing, you see how everyone talks about the whole GOAT conversation. For me, the GOAT have to be Zidane. And I'll tell you why. And it's not because he's the best, but it's because he's the greatest. Because not only did he deliver on a club level, he delivered on an international level. Remember, in '98, he scored the goal in the World Cup final. France went out in 2002. So what's it called? In the group stage, Zidane weren't there, even when they had Henri Trezeguet and them, man. He comes back.
He had his fire strapped up, innit? He didn't really get no game time in that tournament still.
Yeah, exactly. And then he comes back and man takes him to World Cup final. Obviously, the headbutt incident, all that. It's unfortunate, but he still got.
What you say about my mama? That he went ape shit, innit? Like, let's just keep it real.
Yeah. And last thing, if I got a bit of time, do you think that these Gerrard, Lampard, Hazard, Salah debates are just a load of media talk and that? Because really, if you deep it, they're all four really different types of players. Gerrard was like a box to box, and Lampard was more of an attacking ace. You can't really compare them two together. I think in terms of the positions they played in, they're both sick. I think Gerrard was probably the better athlete and better well-rounded. I think Lampard was probably the more intelligent player. And in terms of dribbling, probably give it Lampard slightly, because Gerrard wasn't really known for dribbling, but everything else probably say Gerrard. And then even Hazard, Salah, they're two different profiles of players. So do you not think that them comparisons are just a bit of nonsense? So that's about it.
Cool. Right on time, G.
As always, coming in hard hitting, killing it. I love it. We'll chop that up now, bro.
We'll chop that up now, bro. Trust me.
Big up, big up always, though, brother.
All right, big up in a bit.
Take care, bro.
Man, big up. You know what? I fully agree that the Gerrard, Lampard, Scholes argument is just because they're all English and they play for all the top teams. They are totally different type of players.
Do you know what it is? It's almost like it's lazy comparisons, because Scholes was more of like the kind of, especially outside, Gerrard was that Superman, all action, number 8, box to box. Lampard for me,
Gerrard was like Bruce Willis, isn't it?
Basically, Bruce Willis, and then
like old school Bruce Willis, Bruce Willis.
Man said Bruce Willis, 100%. Yippee-ki-yay, mother. That was Gerrard, yeah. Because the thing is, Lampard's different. Lampard was, dare I say, Lampard was more of a 10 than an 8. Because even though I know Chelsea kind of played a 4-3-3, I'm not gonna lie to you. Obviously, Lampard would still drop into the 8, but if you probably look at his heat map, bro, he was always in and around the edge of the box. That was Lampard. That was his game. So it is the way we compare them is kind of mad because it's like, and then someone will go, "Who's better, Gerrard, Keane, and Vieira?" It's like the only one again you can only really compare.
No, I think that's a good comparison.
No, but I
think Gerrard, Keane, and Vieira because they were all box to box in their prime.
But I would say Keane was way more defensive than the other two. Way more defensive. Like, I'm not trying to say Keane could offer. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Vieira, in his older days, younger Roy Keane was quite attacking.
But even Vieira though, let's be real. I know Vieira was a CM, but Vieira, in my opinion, was best at mopping up and then carrying the ball. But I wouldn't say he was a goal-scoring midfielder.
No.
That wasn't what he's known for. But
he scored goals, but he wasn't a goal-scoring midfielder.
Yeah.
Same with Keane. Keane scored goals, but he wasn't a goal-scoring midfielder, whereas Gerrard was a goal-scoring midfielder.
Agreed.
So, no, that's real. On the unpopular opinion, I'm not going to get into it, but I think PK might be slightly hyped, but I'm not going to get into that.
I'll quickly, with the PK thing, it is tough. I think Gerald PK. The thing is, what's so mad is this year.
I still remember Man United PK.
I hear you. I think what it is, it's hard to kind of to rate a Barca defender when the way how they played really helped them basically just not see no action. Like, bro, their defense would hardly ever be like no one would ever get near it. Not saying that they didn't have to defend, but you see how Man City are now. They imagine imagine Man City in La Liga. No one's really going to get at them, so it's hard to kind of gauge how good they were defensively. Albeit though, when Gerard Piqué had to go World Cup and that, he had to do his thing, and he did.
Yeah, but bro, I'm not gonna lie, Spain had the ball like Barcelona.
No, they did. But again, it's like, but you still playing against the best players in the world.
PK's good in the year.
No, he's a very intelligent defender. I think he lacks athletically, sorry, but I still think he's top quality though. I think he's top quality.
Yeah, I rate him, but maybe he was slightly overrated throughout his career. Like, I'm not. That's not a bad argument.
Next one was Bergkamp best in the league. I know. What are you saying to that? That's you, non-Liverpool player, by the way. Yeah.
You know, Bergkamp's my guy. I think he's the best number 10 of all time. So,
see,
I'm not going to argue with that. I'll let Abs lay that. I don't want to lay that foundation, and I'll leave it there. I don't want to get personally. I think there's the Henry and Gerrard and a few other players that come into debate are fully justified, and I won't argue it. There was something about Dennis Bergkamp I just loved, and I feel like what I loved about Dennis Bergkamp is that he was great within himself, but he also didn't care about himself. Like, if you go and look at all the other guys, there's still an element of selfishness about their greatness. Ronaldinho, Zidane, ballers, world-class, elite-level ballers, but they all had a selfishness about them.
But you have
why they ended up being who they are. Bergkamp had not an ounce. Bergkamp was like Bobby before Bobby, but on steroids, bro.
No, bro, he was
all about you, bro. Bergkamp was all about you, bro.
Don't think Lionel Messi.
And then he still pull out with almost like goal of the season,
pass
of the season.
Of course, no. Obviously, his technical ability was mad. But I'm gonna be honest though. I think I'll put Zidane and Dino over Bergkamp. As great,
I think it's only the dribbling element that makes them feel like better players.
No, do you know what it is? I just think the way. And people putting like Van Basten, that's what I'm saying. But there's a lot. It's a hard one. This is probably might have to be a members thing because to really go through, I think we have to write down a list and somehow get to the nitty gritty and talk about each one of them, and then just come to like a conclusion who we think.
Yeah. And you know, I think a lot of the time when you go into them type of conversations,
so it's subjective, isn't it? So
it's all and preference. It's always subjective and preference. For me, Dennis Bergkamp was the epitome of a number 10. I don't care about me. I only care about you. But if I need to do what I need to do, I will do it. That was what I loved about Dennis Bergkamp.
Look at Kaka. Even Kaka, though. I'm obviously Kaka didn't have the legacy, but because he kind of fell off.
Kaka didn't do it for as long. Kaka could have been on a Bergkamp level if he'd have done it for long enough. Because Kaka was
different.
And here's what I love about Bergkamp as well, yeah? If you sat down and you went through the top 10 goals ever scored, ever in football, then if Bergkamp's got like 2 or 3 contenders that go in the conversation.
He'll go in there. But for me, I can't put Bergkamp over Dino, fam. I can't.
And I get the logic
but
behind
Dino
that.
Done...
But we've already had this conversation. In my all-time 11 ever, Dino is a left winger, not a number 10.
I remember you saying that. I mean,
do you get what I'm saying? So
I don't even play. He was a 10 playing
my team's got both of them in it. My all-time 11 has got
we should
Dino
do that as
and
well.
Bergkamp
Our greatest
in it, bro.
all-time 11s. We should do that as well. I don't think we've done that. Our greatest all-time 11s, bro.
Yeah.
We'll cut that up as well. But no, and I think that was it. So yeah, we spoke about Zidane, spoke about Bergkamp and Gerard Piqué. Yeah, we spoke about everything. So no, I appreciate all the callers that have come in tonight, man. Listen, we've had some really good questions, and apologies again. Kyle couldn't be with us as well. But yeah, anything else you want to say, Drift, before we head out to the people as well? I head out.
No, obviously as well. Yeah, like it was a bit of a madness at the start, and we really got to go check and make sure everything's okay. And yeah, just big up everyone again. Apologies for anyone who didn't get on. Do you know what I'm saying? Hit us up and we'll try and make sure you get on first next time. Love as always, everyone. Big up every caller each and every time. Do you know what I mean? And today we had a couple of debuts as well. Big up everyone making their debut. Zabiri in the house as well. You know what I mean? It's nice to put a face to a name as well. Do you know what I mean? So like, big up everyone, man. Big up everyone. And yeah, we will catch you all. It's international break, so we got a few little treats up our sleeves. Keep your eye on the socials, and that will make some announcements. At the moment, I don't think you'll see us over the weekend. That could change, but at the moment, I don't think you'll see us over the weekend. So our next show will be Monday. And you know what I mean, man? Have a blessed weekend, everyone.
Something. Before we go, people, just again, I just want to say we are partnered up with FansBet, people. And listen, if you haven't already, check them out. And listen, this season, obviously, we teamed up with them. They're fans, leading sports bet company committed to supporting charities and causes which are important to fans. Do check them out, people, at fansbet.com and claim your bet. 10, get 10, a welcome offer. Terms and restrictions apply, and the full details on the site. 18 plus. Please do gamble responsibly and visit begambleaware.org for more info. People, do me a favor. Go with the FansBet. Get involved. They also have a free bet as well regarding what was it again? Apologies. That's it. The World Cup qualifiers, people. So get involved in that as well. They've got a totally free to play game this weekend. Make sure you get a chance and make sure you have a chance and make sure to see if you can win up to 10K in free bets, people. Trust me. 10K, you know. I think it's worth it. I'm going to do it. You lot should as well, mate.
And especially during Champions League games as well, guys. Always make sure you check out our socials because we always have a special.
There will always be something. Yeah.
Special Kopish code bet through FansBet where there's always some kind of extra boosted, beautiful Liverpool related bet that was going on. So make sure during all games, especially Champions League games, you check out our socials, guys, to get the code for a special bet, man. Big up FansBet each and every time. Very proud to have them as a sponsor of our Friday calling show, man. Big
Indeed. But people, we're going to love you and leave you. We'll see you again on Monday and have a blessed weekend, people. Take it easy.
Peace.